Hello.
Mike's
hello.
not
I
even
hear
on
ya.
camera because apparently I only wants to be a green square.
Yeah, Mike, where's your camera?
One job, Mike. You had one job.
Mike. Oh, wait. Camera off. There you go. Camera's on.
The Crescent Hawk video is approaching 20,000 views in 2 days.
Yeah,
Yes, it
see,
is.
I watched it. It
Cool.
was amusing.
That was kind of the point. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we could have cut that probably into two or something, but yeah, it was pretty fun.
I mean, technically, probably, but I'm not sure of the point of splitting things
We're
into
good, sir.
two.
Thank you.
So,
A number
Anyways.
of views, John.
So we are live. Go ahead and do the talkie talk while I do the posty post.
interesting. Talon, all you.
You can ask, everyone can ask me all the questions they've ever about BattleTech. Shoot.
Oh man, there was a really bad joke there, but I'm not pushing it out there because I know Lauren and Randall would both smack me.
We might do that anyway.
It might start with the letter D.
They need to invent that just through the computer.
Mike, your sound seems to be a little funky. Can you turn up your something or other?
Whose sound?
Mike's a little muffled.
It's not me muting you. It's not me muting you this time. It's not me at all.
It's not your
Hey.
fault.
Amazing.
Hey, good evening. Need more urban plushies. Hey, look who it is. What's cooking in the inner sphere? I'm sure that's not a reference to anything that Randall
What's that?
studied over this last weekend. Hello. Yes,
Wolf's Rangoons are cooking.
The Wolf
Right.
Rangoons are cooking. That's
Right.
right.
Sarah, do you
How's
have a
it going,
link to
guys?
the...
So cook it.
We are doing an impromptu AMA for those of you who are just arriving. I'm sure there will be plenty more who see the notification and pop in and say hi. And as our lovely Rem continues to push out the word, we are doing an impromptu live too to showcase the fact that we are about to cross a very, very major goal in BattleTech, which is the $5 million pledge, not stretch, on the website here. We're about $19,000 away. And we're just doing an impromptu live stream just with part of the full crew, minus our art director Brent, who's not able to make it for the last minute AMA today. So we're here to answer questions and hopefully celebrate the $5 million crossing of the Kickstarter, which will be super awesome. As I got dogs in here with me as well. Come on, puppies.
And the fact that we're over 18,000 backers. That number just
over
makes me-
18,000 backers.
That makes me smile so much. I love it.
Yeah.
And just so you all know, this is Randall smiling.
See,
Clayton,
smile.
yeah, Clayton Hollowell says posters and tubes, posters and tubes, posters and tubes.
Rem, I need a link to the
I
live
really
stream, please.
Just get a little bit started while we're
understand
waiting for people
the
to roll
love
in.
of
I'm sure
roll
this will be
posters.
reviewed later. We have some pretty, me and Rem had talked about some pretty major advancements that this Kickstarter has done over our last Kickstarter. First off, first and foremost, I know we kind of glanced over it. I'm sure as Tommy with 6 Sides of Gaming, who did our live streaming at Adepticon, for those who may or may not have tuned in, we did a whole live stream over there of the Kickstarter launching and all the numbers flying by and all of our excitement while we were there on the show floor, along with doing all of the AMAs and stuff with Randall and John, and actually pretty much almost everyone here arrived on that stream at some point or another. And one of the big things that was super, super cool, which was our first point ever in the Kickstarter, fully funded in 45 seconds.
If
Super
that
cool.
was-
If that.
I counted like 25.
I just think Kickstarter couldn't update fast enough.
We personally think the Kickstarter couldn't update fast enough, but
we funded
we'll hold it at
this
45. We'll hold it at 45 just because we know it's need 10,000 more backers. That's right, Dr. Death. So that was our coolest major landmark of this thing. Is it's fully funded. Let's say in less than a minute, but we think it's about 45 seconds.
I think
It is
our
less than a
coolest
minute.
landmark was it $1 million our first $1 million level in 35 minutes, was it? It was crazy how fast it screamed up there. I was stunned.
Yeah,
Crazy.
I know I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I'm sure there's a video, and someone had mentioned it to me that there's a video of us watching the number climb as we're cheering and going, and as the number continues to climb higher, you can just see our looks of just astonishment of just what is going on with the numbers right now.
Well, you guys made the BattleTech line developer cry.
Yeah. That was...
Ray Rescue was tearing up. He was just completely overwhelmed, and I don't blame him.
Yeah. I almost cried. Like, that was super amazing to see.
It was overwhelming. So
We do have Brian Admire who goes, Lauren, when are you coming down to play a game?
would I stop traveling and launching Kickstarters? I've been doing a lot of traveling lately, and I'm trying to remember. Are you the one done in Oregon? Brian done in Oregon? I'm trying to remember.
I don't remember actually.
Anyway,
I've been a hot minute since KrowinskiCon.
Yeah, I think he's in. I want to say he's in Astoria, but I don't think I've seen an invite in my email box. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, he's in Astoria.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I haven't seen an invite in my email box. I may be coming. Actually, I'm supposed to be. Actually, wow, I'm supposed to be down there. I'm in Astoria at the end of April for the Oregon Seafood and Wine Festival. One of the places I like to go because it's near my birthday, and I like to go down there and eat lots of shrimp cocktail and shrimp cheesy bread and taste wines from all over Oregon. So it's a really awesome gig, and I'm looking forward to going down there. So I'm going to be in the neighborhood at the end of April. So maybe we should talk.
There you go, Brian. He says I sent a message and on Discord. So go back and double check that.
So there we go.
Enjoy the food over there. I'm sure
It's just that easy, folks.
Yeah. So the second thing,
I'm pushing things in the Discord. My colors are changing all over the place.
We lost Mike. Mike.
Well, no big loss.
Oh, that's mean.
He fell behind.
You can tell him how much you missed him at Mike R.
Oh,
Wow.
no, don't do that.
That's just mean. Mike R at rather-games.com.
Oh, he actually did it. Wow. Wow.
Hey, Timberwolf.
Wow, wow.
Hello,
Wow.
Ireland at 2:50 a.m. Holy crap.
It's on the internet, right? It's never going away.
It is. It's never
This
going
is
away.
true. This is true.
We now have a post on Kickstarter, and I'm getting them on the Facebook pages and the Twitters. So
Can they hear you or
almost there. What?
Awesome.
Can they hear you now?
You can hear me?
No, can they hear you?
Oh, they should be. Yeah, they can hear
Okay.
me. I might be a little echoey, but it's just because my power is so great that OBS cannot withstand
Contain
it.
you. Exactly. And folks, don't forget to spread the word yourselves through Twitter and other social media as well. We got 60, 70 people. Now we're getting there. Very good.
Hyper Global CompuNet.
I just want to point out we actually have someone here from Ireland at 2:50 a.m. in the morning who's tuning in with us today. So hello, Storm and Wolf.
Who is that?
Storm and Wolf. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's one of our guys or if it's just
Okay.
one of our backers.
Fantastic, right? Absolutely awesome. I was just wondering if we might know them.
Let's James has a question that asks, what is the 8 million stretch goal? I'm pretty sure that's still hidden, isn't it?
We have not released anything past 7 million.
No.
Is 8 million word of Blake?
Preview of hi, Mike. We didn't release your email to the internet at all. I promise.
Oh, good. I know you would do something so professional.
Woo! He is sounding robot-y.
Serious
It's
lag.
I'm having some.
No, just a
He
backer,
is,
but 3 battalions
once
currently.
again,
Well, you know,
overshadowed by the greatness of my power, and
There we
therefore
go.
cannot have good sound.
Storm and Wolf, thank you so much.
Just
for
'cause he lives in
grabbing-
Kentucky.
Okay. Rem, you're supposed to be helping things, not breaking things. Okay? This is not
All I
working.
did was promise to live stream. I fulfilled my end of the promise.
Yeah, right.
All right.
I don't know if you heard me, Storm and Wolf, but thank you for grabbing 3 battalions. That's super awesome. Thank you for basically being, one of the many people who are super
Dude.
backers in our community and
Everyone's backing.
everyone, yeah,
Been
like-
amazing. Yep.
the Kickstarter itself is just phenomenal to see. when we did the Clan Invasion Kickstarter, what is it now, Randall? 4 years ago, maybe 5 now.
4 years ago. It's 2019.
2019, yeah, 4 years ago. Just that campaign alone blew our minds of what this could mean for BattleTech. And I mean, I'm sure every person here has their own ideas about, you know, the feelings that they came out of walking away from the end of that Kickstarter being 2.8 million. Is that right?
2.6, I think.
2.6. And just the amount of just, wow, where did all these fans come from? You know, I think 10,000 backers when we first started at $2.6 million Clan Invasion Kickstarter, and we were just blown away by the support and the love. And the plushies are the product of, you know, a 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning brain scream between me, Lauren, and Randall trying to desperately come up with more stretch goals because you blew us apart in the Clan Invasion Kickstarter. And of course, you did the exact same thing on above and beyond what we thought we'd do in this Kickstarter.
We thought we were so smart having like, you know, $2 million already in our back pocket. We're good.
Yeah, I love when you guys. I love when they destroy things. One of my favorite things in the Clan Invasion Kickstarter is when we broke backer kits infrastructure to the point that they had to go in and write custom code, and we broke it twice. So there's a part of me that kind of wants to see that happen again, because I love that our community is so awesome and so big and vibrant that we keep crashing systems that deal with tens of thousands of Kickstarters from all over the world, and yet we somehow manage to break it because you're just that big, and that's fantastic.
It's super cool. I'm totally riding the coattails of my 5 weeks of experience with Catalyst as the new marketing and community director. So, you know, I'm taking all the credit. It's because I got to reach all of you in the past 4 weeks. That's totally why. Not because you're all super fans.
Shout out to a couple people. Big Red 40K. I see Shimmering Swords out here. Turbo Turtle. Hello to everyone. Big Red, by the way, really enjoying your videos. I just watched your one on the what's coming on the Kickstarter and your kind of dissection of it all, and just great stuff, man.
That was very enjoyable to watch.
Yep, absolutely.
Good stuff. I love the community content, right? Like that's I love what they do.
Now, Brian Jolson goes, so where's the Battalion of Savannah Masters Force Pack? Tell those Urbies to go away.
Well, that sounds like a challenge, I think.
Right, about, like how successful those stupid Urbies have been.
It is just the little mascot that keeps giving.
And can occasionally take out a Warhammer.
Did we ever get a picture of our Urban Mech at Adepticon?
Sorry, what?
Did we ever get a picture of our Urban Mech at Adepticon?
That's a really good question.
Yeah, I have some photos of it.
There's
so
one I've seen that's in the dark, but...
Yeah, if you guys haven't seen it, we had a huge Urban Mech at Adepticon sitting like right outside, probably 100 feet from the entrance, from the roundabout of the entrance to the exhibit hall. Just a big, massive 2-story Urban Mech up there, showcasing that, you know, BattleTech is here along with the live stream and all the other things we did there.
And
the 8 million Rakshasa stretch goal.
And of course, we only started talking about Urban Mechs, and 30 seconds later was the Urban Mech Lamb Mini win. Yep. Not even a minute in.
The bottle rocket?
Bottle rocket.
I saw a pic of the Urby, but he was deflating. We had
flying trash can.
We got it fixed.
So talking through the Kickstarter as well.
Lieutenant Friends Brinbills.
Talking through the Kickstarter as well, we are currently here on the stream. We have 171 viewers, and we're here to ring in the halfway point of the Kickstarter because we're at 2 weeks in as of tomorrow. And then also, we are less than $19,000 away from the 5 million stretch goal. So if you haven't done the thing, go do the thing.
Go do the thing.
If you've done the thing, do more of the thing.
Or tell your friends to do the thing.
Yes. Everyone wants to give it a shot. Now's the time. Absolutely.
I did my part. I just added, and now it's Randall's. Now Randall's going to do his part. I just added the Plushie Tech reservation add-on to the Kickstarter. So Randall gets to add the pretty picture now.
Woo!
But the
Nice.
Plushie Tech reservation is up there under
All right,
add-on.
so now we got to know, what is the Plushie Tech reservation?
So the Plushie reservation is a $30 pledge level that will go toward one of the plushies. This one, being the lightest and cheapest of them. There's this guy, then the Phoenix Hawk, the Archer. And the Atlas. There's an Archer and Atlas right there. Here's one of the Urban Mechs. Where about the Urban Mech? Shoot, he's missing. There he is. I hear you.
I feel like in the next 10 minutes, we will make that $19,000 just on plushies. So
Probably
once
once the word gets out.
Hey, Rem, over in your Discord channel, I dropped some photos of Adepticon stuff, including the giant inflatable. If you want to find a way to throw those out.
Cool.
I dropped one of Randall and the giant inflatable in the.
Did someone get the one about the Irby deflated with the and they rolled the snake eyes? Because that was
That's out on the internet somewhere. That's hilarious.
Oh,
That was a great
good.
meme.
XX asks at Counselor, there are high-res images of the plushies, and I'm pretty sure Rem is going right on that.
I get photos right now to add. Yep.
Thank you. I'm gonna get out of this so that way when you go in, it does not save back over the top.
I was about ready to say I need you to get out so I can come in.
I'm out. So it should be in there. Should be in there now.
So Randall's going to add the photos to the add-ons, and I'll add some photos over social media over the next couple days.
All of the add-ons can have photos, Randall, when in your copious amounts of free time. Hey, we've got our first Plushie Tech backer.
Woo!
Congratulations.
Wow.
It is.
It's
Yes,
started.
Big Red. Yes, Big Red. Yes, we did
It
Kickstarter
has
to make you
begun.
spend more money on plushies. Absolutely, for sure.
That's
Actually,
we're
we-
really good at that.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Now it's moving. 498.
Hey, Ray!
Ray!
Welcome, Ray.
No
I don't know if you got a
problem.
camera or not, but we're on the live stream AMA.
Let me see. Yep.
So
We are
Well,
at,
the impromptu one, I guess I should say.
yeah, we are now at 225 watching. Still plenty of room, folks. Spread the word. Get more people in here. Yep. That's awesome. Thank you all for coming out on such short notice.
We debuted the plushies at Adepticon, and people loved them. They were people walked with the entire lance of Urban Mechs and entire lance of plushies. It was hilarious.
I was only
They're very cute.
Yeah, I was only at Adepticon on day one, and the bin, it's like this giant like kids playpen of plushies, and by the end of the day, they were like, it was like sleepy toddlers at the bottom. That was it.
Oh, that thing at the beginning,
Yeah.
it was like stacked on a mound over it by like 3 feet, and it just kept dropping all day. People were coming and just grabbing them.
Get back again.
Ray.
Welcome back, Ray.
Ray!
Oh,
sure we'll
I'd
get it.
love to.
Yeah.
Just got about a
Earlier-
week, a few weeks ago, and I'm happy about this Kickstarter timing. Yeah, actually, there was actually a lot of people at Adepticon who were like, "Man, have been just got into BattleTech, a couple weeks ago, because they saw the announcements that we were doing for the Kickstarter for Mercenaries, and we had during the live stream, we had how many was it 3 or 4 people, Lauren, that were like brand new to BattleTech, like had never heard of it before."
We had several new recruits who had just started. They were all like within weeks, if not that day. That was their first time backing. So
I think
Yeah, so Dune Mouse, welcome to the group, and welcome to BattleTech.
I think so many new people at Adepticon got into it because they just walked past the booth and then the giant streaming setup with the big TV saying that we broke $3 million. And like, I think that excitement is like, I don't want to miss this. Like, how do I get in on this?
There's also several people that kept coming up to the booth. That was the same people at the booth.
Oh man,
Stop
you are
using the
Yeah,
telegraph,
like-
Mike.
Your mic is awful. We can't hear what you're saying, bud.
I don't know
Someone
why.
restring
It's
his
internet.
his his cup.
You'd get the hamsters back to work.
If
Yep.
what we can do, you can type what you want to say, Mike, and then one of us will read it while you anime style just move your mouth.
Oh yeah, we would totally read it out exactly how he writes it.
oh yeah, I see his mute up when he talks. We just put it in there where we want him to say.
Okay, Plushie Tech photo has been added.
And,
Not
and-
about
Yeah.
8, just
So-
a 4.
So how many total plushies are there?
There is 8 of them.
So
There is
Well,
a 2.
Four, four plushies, 2 paint schemes per plushie. Like
Yeah, that's how. Yeah.
So I'm still
All right. Someone said
Commando.
official CGL neuro helmet for the 8 million goal. We need a plushie neuro helmet now.
No, see, I've wanted one of those deluxe because like Star Wars has the incredible like X-wing helmet replicas. I've wanted one of those of a neuro helmet for a long time. I just can't ever figure out where that's being made. I would love that.
That would be really cool. Ray, you finally got your camera turned on, but everything is black, so you might not be porting it to your camera yet.
Folks, now we're moving. Thank you very much.
Eckfried will ask, you will be bringing the cuddly mascots to PAX Unplugged, ? I assume the answer to that is yes, if we are going to PAX Unplugged.
As long as we have, yes, we're coming to PAX Unplugged. As long as we have stock, since you guys keep buying us out of everything of House and Home very quickly, we will absolutely have them there.
I'll tell you, the Urban Mech, the inflatable Urban Mech, can we bring that to PAX Unplugged?
You can always bring it. Whether you can set it up is another story.
Yeah, where would we put it up at PAX Unplugged?
No idea.
It's always about where you can place it, so we can absolutely start asking now.
Substitute a plushie for the Force Pack in the Kickstarter.
Well,
So we got 31 plushie backers. Thank you.
Ed M, why not both?
we've
Let's
al-
do both,
we've already
obviously.
gone up over $2,000 since we got on stream, and I think it's all plushies. So
Good. Be.
Will
Catalyst
Catalyst be at the
Game
Gamma
Labs be at-
Expo? Some of us will be at the Gamma Expo. Catalyst, Lauren, correct me if I'm wrong, Catalyst in an official capacity will not be at Gamma, but some of us will be there on the floor.
At the Gamma Expo, Red will be there, and I'm not sure who else will be there. So Gamma is actually on my birthday. Usually I'm there, but that's my birthday, and I am choosing to go celebrate my birthday in some fashion, other than going to Gamma. At least at this moment, I am. That may.
Dude, go celebrate your birthday. Why would you want to be at Gamma?
Yeah. Because I like the people that are there. I get to go hang out with Kurt and other people and have a good time. So eat some good food and just hang in the bar and just talk shop, which is fun. But
Dune Mouse.
it's not high. It's not. I'm trying to escape it this year to actually just have some personal time. I hope you guys understand. For those who are going to be there.
Dune Mouse, how do you back for a plushie? You literally, I believe it's in the add-ons, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you go into, if you've already backed. Randall, we actually signed in today, and Randall actually bought a pledge so we could practice. You go into the Kickstarter, and then the upper right-hand corner should be a green button that says "Manage My Pledge," and you click on that, and then you can change your pledge level. But if you don't want to change your pledge level, you just choose, Randall, what was it? You choose your existing pledge, and then it takes you to the add-on page.
Yeah.
So just go manage my pledge, and then click on stuff so you find, these cute little guys. And you can then add on a pledge level, which will let you do a $30 reserve toward one of the choices of plushies. And then we'll figure out, the pledge manager should allow us to fix that to whichever one you want.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll all be good. So this guy is usually 35, Phoenix Hawks 40, 45 for the Archer, 50 for the Atlas. Is that how it goes, Randall?
Correct.
Yeah.
XX, I believe, someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe
they all should be $5. All the plushies should be $5 less in the final pledge manager. We're working on that right now.
Yep.
I'm getting that figured out.
XX, yes, plushies will probably be, I assume, someone correct me if I'm wrong, plushies will be available after the campaign ends in the backer kit.
Yeah.
Or whatever we're using.
Yeah.
They'll be there.
That's what the $30 reserve is. Basically, it's just reserving a $30 fund you could spend on any of the plushies you would like to.
Natasha Kerensky body pillow when.
There are so many things wrong with that, and yet It is doable, but let's
less
we
than
can't-
$16,000 away from $5 million.
And we have just crossed 300 watching now. Thank you, everyone, for coming out tonight.
Yeah,
You
thank
all
you
are
guys for-
awesome.
I know this is a very
That's
impromptu-
fantastic.
Yep,
Just
very
an
impromptu
thing.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
People
awesome.
are watching
That's
us?
fantastic. Surprise.
Why should
All
we
right.
be on Twitch? Why should we stream tonight?
If you haven't noticed, we have no script here. We're just online with you guys.
Oh,
Just
there we
we
go.
are totally riffing it.
It's a
Melding says not a Natasha Krensky body pillow, but an elemental body pillow.
Okay, that would be funny. That'd be funny.
We've got the art for it.
Life size, 8 foot tall. Yeah.
An 8 foot tall body
That's
pillow.
called a mattress,
Yeah.
Juan. You just
Hey, weeb's gonna weeb, man. That's all I can say.
GL McGregor, updating your pledge does not impact your first 48-hour status, only if you cancel your pledge and repledge. So if you update it, you're okay. If you cancel it,
Correct.
you're not okay.
Yeah,
that should be
careful.
true.
Just a bed, exactly. That's true.
I guess while it is a really good question, hey Lauren, any plan to stock more than 5 BattleTech products in the Australian web store? Do you want to talk about where the Australian web store is at right now?
Ouch.
No, that's totally fair. So we built that as a test. The test, the alpha and beta testing on that went okay, but it's not quite as bulletproof as we would like. In fact, most of the problems are actually on our side regarding how we stock the different stores. So we have to basically be very careful on how we stock them, because right now it's easy to put stuff up there for one store and it shows up in the other one. And that's the whole point, was that you will only shop for what's already in Australia. So it is something being worked on. We're probably going to have to redo the back end to make it work better. But obviously we tested it. We learned things from it. Now we're going to incorporate what we learned to make a better store site. And this will be our test site. We'll do a better Australia store. Then we'll get the European store up and running. Eventually, we'll get Canada. Who else is out there? So the idea is to get these stores up so people, the fans that are not here in the continental US, have a better choice that promotes local shipping on all product. And that is my goal.
Another question that kind of came in that I've seen come up a couple of times, just because I hadn't gotten a chance to ask you, was Mechanic please do a Retaliation box style box set for the Mechs minis that are only available in the new BB, AS, and Mercs boxes, so we can pledge more money to add those to the backer kit.
As a matter of fact, we are doing that. Lauren, you want to?
So I feel like
hold on, Randall. Go ahead, Sarah.
This should have
You want
had
to-
more of like a build-up suspense thing. So, hi guys, I'm the one that's responding, doing all those backer updates and everything. So I see you, and so everyone, like when we did the FAQ and it was retaliation packs, and it was like the answer's not at this time, but then we were talking about it, and so like I feel like I was really hoping to tease up this like really nice foreplay here, but Talon just had to get right to the end there. So.
This wasn't Lauren this time.
Answer. I just asked the question.
Read that question again, Talon and Randall. I think they're asking about more than just a Merc retaliation pack. They're wanting other retaliation packs too.
The official question is, please do a retaliation style box set for the Mech minis that are only available in the new beginner box, Alpha Strike, and Merc boxes.
Oh.
Yeah. So before you say we're already doing it,
No, you're absolutely right. I was thinking just the Mercenaries box, which we are doing. Huh.
An Alpha Strike. I am not against an Alpha Strike retaliation pack, Randall. Are you?
Not at all.
What was the other one?
The beginner box to be able
Beginner
to get,
box, Alpha Strike, and Mercs.
That's more problematic because it's just 2 of them. So
I would say that's probably not going to happen, because basically that's called a salvage box, and
it's just that one's more problematic. But I have no problem with Alpha Strike retaliation.
So
Well, he's saying
here we
create a
go.
retaliation box that's all in one. Take all 3 of them and put them in together into one retaliation box.
No, that would actually be incredibly expensive. I think I personally believe most fans would prefer that split up.
Yeah,
If
well,
nothing else,
especially because some people might have already bought a couple Alpha Strike boxes. They're good. They want the Merc box without the Alpha Strikes tagging along. So it's better to give them choices as much as we can. That's always been our goal. Hi, Ray.
He's back again.
Ray!
Hey, we can hear him.
We cheered for you 3 times now. That's all you get.
that's how you get. If you drop back out, you don't get another cheer.
I need a cheer every time.
Okay.
Wow.
Hey.
Someone asked Talon.
Mike, that's how you see. That's how a microphone's supposed to work, Richie. You talk and words come out.
And we hear them. Someone asked, how do I find my backer number? Can someone answer that question? I think it's a very good kind of baseline. It's a new backer. How do I find my backer number? What is my backer number? Where can I find that? Does anyone have an answer for that, please?
I want to say you get an email after you successfully back a project. Doesn't Kickstarter send you an email?
You do, and it does give you your backer number there. The other way that you can do it is view your pledge. There should be an option for that somewhere near the top. And
Does that work?
That will show you your...
The chat is coming in. Confirmation email at the bottom. So the gentleman who looked for that, look for the confirmation. Your confirmation email should contain your pledge number at the very least, or as Rem said, go and find your pledge. A lot of people ask about that $200 book, Lauren.
The what? Who?
They're asking about what's in the $200 book.
BattleTech Universe.
That's a Randall question, like down below me.
Has the new graphic been put up for that, Rem?
Have I put up the new graphic? I honestly don't remember which graphics I've put up anymore because there's been so many. So let me go look.
Yeah, just go look at the 2 million mark.
While she's looking, we had another one come in. I've actually had 2 come in from Very Silent Mouse. Is that one was Lauren? When did you say you want to come to Australia? And 2, she also asked, is there a chance that the Aussie store can be on Aussie dollars?
The Aussie store should be in Aussie dollars. It was not.
I'm assuming with that question it's going to be no. So yes, the Aussie store should be in Aussie dollars.
It should be.
Hey guys, is anyone in edit project? Because I did not put it up, so I can do it right now.
Yeah,
Nope.
it should be that way. If it's not, we'll have to figure out what we did wrong, but we'll look at that. And so here's what's interesting. We've been trying to get to Australia for a couple of years now. Probably going to be the idea was we were looking at it centered around the PAX Australia show in October. As of today, it is our intention to be at PAX Australia to hang out with fans this year. So now, will I be there? Maybe.
Will I be there?
I don't know. Everyone in the company is trying to sign up for PAX Australia or Essen, and there'll be a small team going to each one. We'll see who gets there. So right now, all I know for sure for PAX Australia is that if it happens, Talon leads that delegation because he's been promised that for 3 years. For 3 years now.
I must dive the Great Barrier Reef. If it means flying to do a show to do it, I'll do it.
I'm 105% sure that I could take any one of you on if I have to get to Australia.
Yes, but you take us all on at once.
Rem, check your
95% of that.
Rem, check your private Discord feed, please.
I will enjoy. Oh gosh.
A couple other questions come in.
For Australia, we love our fans down in Australia. We've been trying to get down there. Can you move your country a little closer, maybe? Because it's a long way.
No. It's down there because everything wants to kill you, so it's been tucked away.
There is that, yeah.
If I die from koala bears, I'm fine with it.
I'm worried about the jellyfish.
Are not that well intended towards you. They're mean. I've heard so. Yeah. Anyway, we're trying. It's our intention to be there. Fingers crossed. This year, PAX Australia, Catalyst have a presence there, and we're looking forward to it.
I got a couple more questions coming in. We're gonna blast through a couple of these real quick because they're flying by now. Brock Ross does ask the email containing the link to the Alpha Strike solo rules. Is that coming from Catalyst directly or through the Kickstarter?
That is, how did we disseminate that?
I have no idea. I didn't think you had yet.
Oh, that happened from the get-go. I just can't remember. It was a Dropbox link.
Yeah.
How was that do you remember how that was disseminated, Rem?
Sorry, what? Huh? Hi.
The Dropbox of free stuff that you get for backing.
Yes.
How does a new person get access to that
Oh,
Dropbox?
It's in the backer update number 2.
Yeah, backer update number 2. I do actually, if it's the same link. So in backer update number 2, so yes, you do have to say show more updates. Scroll all the way to the bottom. There's a backer only update where there is a Dropbox and or Google link that you can click and download those rules and freebies like the Eridani Lighthorse wallpaper and the Night on the Lake short story as well, along with anything else free that you guys unlocked. I think also has gone into that link. So if
everything that is ready is in that link. So
everything that is ready is in that link. Another good question. Oh, go ahead, Randall.
Just really quick, the Mercenaries Retaliation, and that's all. I think that's all Rems for browbeating us about the head. That has been added.
Yay! So that should take us the rest of the way to 5 million.
Bandit B17 asks, Catalyst Game Labs, how much do I need to pledge to get the inflatable Irby to make an appearance at our game store's grand opening?
Well, it depends on where you are and
when the opening is. Yeah.
Boring question.
I'm not against the idea. It all depends on where you're located, how hard it would be to get it there and get someone nearby who knows how to set it up and a bunch of other things. I would almost do it at cost but I have the cost could be anything from a few hundred to a few thousand. Moving that thing around and inflating it's not necessarily the easiest thing in the world. But I won't say no, but it's unlikely. It's a lot of it's and there has to be no convention nearby that we're all getting ready for that kind of stuff.
Another question.
Randall, Randall, you said the Retaliation pack was added on?
I just added it now.
Okay, I'll refresh.
I have another good question that came in from Linux 77250N. A more serious note: when I was pledging, there was a limit of 10 per force pack. Is it possible to remove or expand? Yes, I want lots of tanks.
I can put a limitation on the number of force packs you can add on. It should be infinite.
Do I need to back out so you can go in and take a look at that?
I'm in there right now. I'm actually going to look at it right now. So give me a second. We got our first backer for Mercenaries Retaliation.
Woo!
And I want to point out we now have where to go? 90 backers for the Plushie Tech Reserve. Awesome. Amazing. Thank you, guys.
And we are less than $13,000 away from 5 million.
Force packs. I'm in the force packs area. Whoever said that, can you tell me which force pack you had problems adding on? Because it could be any one of 3 different ones.
I'll have to watch from the show, but it's if anyone else is watching the chat, it's links 772. They happen to post back again. Another really good question is about our snap together model kits of the Atlas and Timberwolf, or how about a snap together model kit of the Atlas and Timberwolf?
Sorry,
part of the snap ships that we were talking about. I think maybe.
No, I think he's referring to actual model kits.
Game DZ also says salvage boxes seem to be maxed out at 8.
So here's what I just found out. If you don't set a backer quantity, the maximum number you can include, it defaults to 10. So apparently we've got to add, there is no way to say you can have as many as you want. So what, Randall, should I just put 99 on here or something for each one so that people can do what they want to do?
Yeah, pretty much. Also do the same, apparently that's the same thing for the salvage box.
If somebody breaks this at 99, I will gladly have that problem to deal with. That would be fantastic.
Do that to salvage boxes too, Lauren, because salvage boxes apparently have the same problem.
I'm gonna look at those. Salvage boxes and force packs, so those are the ones I expect would be the biggest issues. I am on that right now.
Sounds like you need to do it across the board.
Because you got to do it each one individually, and I'm not going to go to each one. They're not going to go to 20 of them right now. And
it's not a user-friendly section at Kickstarter.
Will salvage boxes include tanks, Randall?
The standard salvage box will not. We are actually working on doing a vehicle salvage box add-on.
Ooh.
Because if we otherwise it'd be we don't want you to we never I mean we like they have a surprise, but we don't want you to pick up a salvage box hoping for a mech and get a vehicle and vice versa. We want you to at least be in the realm of where you want to be.
We do not want to incite any bad memories of pulling out industrial mechs. So
Jordan just went, what?
Yeah, I know. Jordan's like, what? I have to apologize again? But yes, we're working on that. In fact, I can just add that right now.
Also, just so you all know, if we don't get to all of your questions, I've been harassing Lauren for the past 48 hours of getting a whole bunch more answered. So there will be a new FAQ.
Not here in the stream.
What was that?
The FAQ, not the stream question.
Yeah, will be added in the backer updates shortly. So,
Misfit Wookie, I saw your question earlier. If you pledge within the 48 hours, as long as you don't cancel your pledge, you still get the 48-hour tag on your account. You just don't cancel your pledge. You can upgrade to a higher pledge level. Your bonuses will still transfer.
Yes. You can even change. I believe you can even change your pledge level. It still counts as you being there in the first 48.
And the part 2 of that question is it's per backer. It's not per pledge.
Yeah.
What's that?
If you get the Visigoth.
Yeah, the Visigoth is just is a one-time thing. Same as the Timberwolf, because it was a gift from Leah, our manufacturer, to our fans. It's a one-time per backer thing.
Alejandro Ortez asks, how about taking the existing minis and collect them into historical units, like the Black Widow Company Command Lance 3025 or the GDL Command Lance 3025?
Huh.
I think we actually talked about this at Adepticon.
We did actually.
Question the apparent success of the proliferation pack, and obviously that's just Adepticon numbers, shows that you guys love themed packs as much as army built packs, and so the proliferation pack unlocks a whole variety of cool potential themed packs that we absolutely will be looking at.
All right, Game Beezy, I have to know. You said New Limit works. Did you add 63 more salvage boxes just to test that? I gotta know now.
Did someone actually do that?
That's what they said in chat. We were looking for confirmation of that.
I don't know if the amount has gone up high enough to see that.
It might not have cycled through yet.
We are just over.
We are tickling. Yeah, we are tickling 4,990K. We're almost there.
He goes ... Yes, he added 60 more salvage boxes.
Gambeezy,
well, folks, you know it works. So there you go.
That is fantastic. Thank you.
No.
I'm still by the way updating these things because there's so many of them. So just give me. I'm almost there. I think I'm almost done.
Yeah. That's great. Some more good questions. Does buying a second pledge allow you to receive all the force pack stretch goals for both separate pledges?
One more time.
Does buying a second pledge allow you to receive all the force pack stretch goals for both separate pledges?
That's a very good question, and the current answer is we're crunching the numbers on it to see what we can do. So I know the pledge manager will allow us to create bundles that are based on our current reward levels because we've done that before. How that works with stretch goals, it all depends on how crazy we go because we have to be careful on how that balances. So give us a little time. We're not saying no. We're just saying let us make sure we stay in really good control of this so we don't make a mistake. Because what we don't want to do is create the next ogre where, we have one of the best Kickstarters of all time that ends up putting us like, $4 million in debt or whatever it is. So let us be careful on that, okay?
We are less than $10,000 away from 5 million and 417 watchers in the stream. Thank you so much, everyone, for turning out.
Over 400 people.
Yep.
Thank you guys so much for showing up. I know this is like for those who are just showing up. This is a very much an impromptu AMA/live stream, just to enjoy seeing the numbers together roll over the $5 million mark for the BattleTech campaign, because that'll be very well over double of what our last campaign did. And that will, I'm sure, cause many of us to.
I think, Randall, I'm backing out of here now, so I think I've got it.
Good.
So I'm out of that. Good. So I have now set all of the force packs and salvage boxes and something else I had to do to 99 units. If anyone wants more than 99 of something, let me know and I'll fix it again. I feel pretty good.
Well, that guy who already did the 66, he might be talking to you soon. So,
right.
Just letting you know.
The answer is not no. We'll find a way for you to buy more than 99.
Mechanical asks again, how are the Inner battle armors looking quality-wise? Are they better than the Clan Elementals, or are they about the same quality?
They will be... they will at least be the same quality in all instances. We've been trying to improve the quality a little bit, but it certainly will at least be the exact same quality.
It's the size of the sculpt that really is becoming a limitation.
Yeah, it's so difficult to work at that scale.
Game BZ Lauren has called you out. He says, make it 999 and I might make a change.
Someone's asking, can you clarify why the 4-inch Timberwolf is now per backer but listed as per pledge?
It wasn't listed as per, well, I don't know where it was listed as per pledge at. In fact, in the reward level, it actually says bonus gift. It's not a routine reward item. It's a bonus. It says bonus gift because it was given to us with a special deal by our manufacturer, who just wanted to be part of this and to thank the legion of fans out there who made the first Kickstarter so popular and so amazing. They wanted to just give them something. So they tooled and did all the work for that on their own, just to make sure we could give it to you. So that's why it's a per backer. Now, I'm not saying that we won't add it on a per pledge basis, but that thing does kind of like suck up some bandwidth. So again, we're just being careful, guys, because we don't want to promise something and then have to take it back. That's the only reason. We're being careful. Let us, so we're still looking at it.
Game BZ. Game BZ comes back as my game group does salvage box lotto polls.
That's awesome.
That's so cool, actually.
Salvage box vehicles has just been added.
Hey!
Woohoo!
Zombie, I'm gonna make you guys live stream every night. Things get done.
Oh no! Don't do that.
No, that is a
zombie. Zombie goes, I like Protomex. Please don't forget about them in the Ill Clan era. Protomex, Randall.
I have a soft spot for Protomex. A lot of our times, our answer for such things is if the right story comes along where they might be prominent again, then absolutely. So it's just a case of where does the story take us? Where does the focus we want to be at?
I will say
we used to create a mercenary unit that's all Protomex and write a novel about them. Then they'll be there.
For those who want a Protomech story, Shrapnel issue 12 has a terrific Protomech story in it. Awesome. Really, really good one.
Game BZ went, no, not Vehicles 2. My girlfriend's going to be pissed.
Rusty said I have to show the cat, so she was very not happy.
The cat.
Not happy. There we go.
Not very happy cat.
She's not thrilled.
Cats are never happy.
So Brian Admire asks clarification on BK gets. There's some confusion on the wording. Is it 2 of each stretch goal? Does that include force packs?
Yes, I believe the answer to that is yes, because I was actually doing the looking at it today. So it does say very clearly you get 2 of every stretch goal, meaning so if we give Veteran 1 and Battalion 2 and Regimental 3, so for a total like 6, you don't get 12. But if we give like 1, 2, 3, you get double the 3, you get 6. So that's always the best way to look at it. Is you will get whatever's out there. You'll get at least twice as good.
Gambizi just said the vehicle boxes max at 10 still.
Oh, that's a foreign thing.
all right, I'm on it.
Hey, he's gonna need you to pump those numbers up, man. Come on.
While you're doing that, Lauren, both Big Red 40K and I believe Scott Williams, unless I accidentally copied the same thing wrong for his question, ask Catalyst Game Labs, is there going to be an update to pay more to get posters rolled in a rolled format? Folded hurts my soul.
I agree with you totally. I love rolled posters. Love rolled posters. I just folded posters just bothers me. However, here's the issue with rolled posters, and we have not solved this problem. No matter how good they are loaded, just the act of mailing them will ding and dent and crease your poster, and people go, my poster's not perfect. It's hard to do. And so we end up sucking up a lot of damages because we can't control how the post office deals with them. That's problem number one. Problem number two, they don't fit into a box, just like the neoprenes. We learned at the last campaign that the neoprenes don't fit into a good box of product for the Kickstarter. So they must be mailed separate. That means as much as, that a rolled poster could be a lot more just for that. It's like a $10 for the roll of 3. If we did it, it'd probably be like at least that much, if not twice as much, just to ship it. We're working on it, but it's just not easy to do. To give you a quality product and to control the shipping cost. So we're looking at it. But I'm on your side because I totally agree with you.
Panda Parker goes, which is a really good question, actually. And I'm sure some of us will have different answers, but I know what my answer is because it would be at the very beginning. It's Catalyst Game Labs. What has been the most unexpected part of this Kickstarter? Why don't we start with you? Since John is in the hold on, John's in the top left. John, why don't we start with you? What has been the most unexpected part of this Kickstarter?
So last time, unexpected part, and I'm going to probably steal a lot of answers about it, but since you tied me first, I'm going to say it, is watching the fans blow this thing out of the water the first day. Literally, we hoped it was going to be great, but you all made it unbelievable. We were just watching this thing go up and up and up, and we're flabbergasted. That has been, I should have known, because BattleTech fans are awesome, and you folks like what you like, and you want what you want, and you're willing to back us to make it, to give it to you, which is fantastic. But it's still, we were just surprised at the outpouring of love and yes, money. Not gonna be honest about it, but that you guys came in such numbers and on the first day and really made it something special.
So for me, I think it's been a number of, right now, I think the biggest surprise for me is the number of backers. If I had to pick the chance of us hitting 5 million, I would have said better chance of hitting 4 to 5 million in the Kickstarter than hitting 18 to 20,000 backers. That's been amazing. Seeing, so that tells us not only did the first Kickstarter really do its job and get the word out there, but all the work we've done over the last 2 years since then, getting out new box sets, getting out new force packs, getting out to the shows, has done its job to bring more people into the game. So it was surprising, and yet I could not be happier to see that number. In fact, we're over 100. By the way, we're now over 100 Plushie Tech backers, and we're only less than $7,000 away from cracking that 5 million mark.
And we just got a special guest.
Anthony Scroggins is in the house.
Oh, Anthony!
Hey, Anthony!
The party just keeps getting bigger. Hey, Anthony, how's it going?
Oh, can't hear you.
Can't hear you yet, Anthony.
You're muted.
There we go. I muted myself.
There he is.
I bugged Ray and Randall, and Ray said I could come in, so here I am.
I'll come in.
If they'll let me in, they'll let you in. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Have some more good questions. That was we got through pandas already. So Lauren, I want to throw this in your ballpark because it has been something I have brought to your attention before, and since it's being asked multiple times here, might as well get it answered. For the upteenth time as we deal with Microsoft and what they own in the IP itself of BattleTech. Stephen Kinez Nezik asks, any idea if there's a way for you to buy the IP for the Crescent Hawks computer game? That is the game that is being designed on YouTube currently as a fan-based game going through the story of the Crescent Hawks.
What's the actual? So I know the Crescent Hawks are doing. What's the actual question?
It's if we
I
can
would say
buy the
just talk
IP and make
about-
it official.
Just talk about how the IP is divided up. What we
Just
do
talk about how the IP is divided up between us, Microsoft, and Hollywood.
Just talk about the how it's done. So I'm ready to sacrifice an Irby for 5 million. So I got my knife and my Irby right here. I will lop off body parts if that will make people happier. I know how much people love that I can torture the Irby in live streaming.
Kill my brother.
That's right. It's all the fault of the Death Commando said I had to do it. So what happened with the license? Okay. FASA, I'll do a quick history lesson. I'll make it really fast. FASA created FASA Interactive to do Mech Warrior video games. FASA sold FASA Interactive to Microsoft because Microsoft wanted to own basically what would become one of the best-selling video games of all time. When Microsoft bought FASA Interactive, they didn't get a perpetual license. They bought the rights to actually do all video games for BattleTech and Shadowrun, which means the license was permanently split at that moment back in like the mid-90s, Randall, something like that?
Yeah, it was like 98 or 90, 98, 99, something like that.
So I don't know why they didn't figure out just to somehow sign a perpetual license, but Microsoft owned all video gaming rights, but none of the other rights based on it. So that split the market. Now the BattleTech universe is kind of co-owned. It was owned by FASA, but Microsoft could dip into it however they wanted, and anything Microsoft made belonged to the BattleTech universe. So that was still kind of like somewhat homogenous. Microsoft has then licensed, to the rabbit guy. What's Jordan's thing called?
Harebrained Schemes.
Harebrained Schemes. The rabbit guy.
Rabbit
guy. The rabbit company. Microsoft licensed to Harebrained Schemes and Pornographics the ability to do new BattleTech content in their games. Supposedly that material also belongs part of the BattleTech universe, though not everyone agrees. We're working on that. And then so that happened. Now here's the newest thing. When Topps sold Topps Entertainment to Fanatics recently, the owner of Topps, who is Michael Eisner, his company is also called, his development company is called Tornante. To my knowledge, they retain some kind of interest or ownership in the movie rights, all movie video entertainment rights regarding BattleTech and Shadowrun. So now we may have a 3-way split or a 2-way split with a heavy licensing interest. I'm not exactly sure how it works, guys. I just go with what I've read in the tabloids and the trade magazines and what little I can glean from what I am told. So that's why the license is considered a split license. And for those who've asked this question before, I would love nothing better than to put it all back together again into one license in some fashion. It's a dream I have.
So the short answer is no, we're not buying the 40-year-old Crescent Hawks game.
That is the short answer. Yes.
The short answer is no.
But thank you guys for all the love for the Crescent Hawk video we put out. 'Cause I know I think that's a lot of what's driving these questions about it. Including Crescent Hawk swag, by the way, folks. I think we need to add that to the next
does the
iteration.
Crescent Hawk video talk about the Kellhounds?
Okay.
No, don't get the guy compiling it in universe made a little mistake, and he will apologize in the next video we do.
But it's a training video. But yes, there'll be it's a training video about
So it's-
other units you might see in the inner sphere.
Exactly. So this is
So
who you
really-
might fight or face or ally with in your term as a mech warrior.
We are now less than
I have a
$5,000
couple questions for. Yeah.
We are now $5,000 away from breaking the $5 million barrier.
Woo!
And
Yeah.
people are
There are also 12 watchers away from 500 people watching this.
Yeah,
Also pretty
awesome.
damn
That's
cool.
pretty dope.
Salvage Box Legendaries 2 and 3 has now been added for those that, again, some of these are like you guys have absolutely wanted it, and we're like, okay, that's awesome. We'll put it in.
Did you reset the limit to 99, Randall?
No, because I couldn't see how to do that. So you're going to need to do that.
All right, I'll go in there and figure it out.
So yeah, a question I was asked by mechanics is I'm going to skip a couple questions here just to get it answered because it's a really good one. Is bonus support the way to pledge more funds to use in Backer Kit? Do those funds automatically transfer through to us to use there? Yes, they do. If you basically say you've bought everything you want, but you want to just throw some money aside just to up your number to see the Kickstarter go up, but you don't know what you want to spend it on right now, you can just put in random funds into that bonus pledge, and you will have access to it as credit in the Backer Kit.
Yep.
Spend how you like. So that was a really good question, mechanic. Thank you for asking it. Mr. Popo asks, this question is for Lauren. How's Den of Wolves coming?
Hey, I've got good news on that. I spent some of my vacation this last week working on the combined version of Mike's Tactical chapters and my chapters, getting the calendar right and making sure that the two storylines are meshing. So it's coming along quite well, actually. I've got, I think, 2 more chapters I have to write, and I'm going to make Mike write at least 3 more because he's been slacking. So he's old. I mean, it's okay. And that should be done pretty soon. I feel good. Knocking wood.
Yeah, knock on wood for a lot of it there.
Yeah.
Someone asked, is the June 2024 delivery date still looking, I assume, good for you guys with the volume and stretch goals currently?
If I say anything, Randall will probably get mad at me, so I'll let Randall talk about that.
All right. I'm still updating all these graphics. What was the question?
How realistic is the June 2024 delivery date still looking for you guys with the volume and stretch goals currently?
I think it's still looking very good. Always with the caveat that international shipping is just still a total dumpster fire and horror show. So that always has to be taken into consideration when we're dealing with this. But from the production point of view, it absolutely is still looking good.
And then also for you, Randall, haven't read up on the latest lore, but our new mech design's coming. I maybe thought we mentioned something about a new mech design coming, but I think
actually we had a whole, well, I don't know if he means in plastic or just in the universe. We've been for 2 years now releasing a series of recognition guides, rec guide PDFs. I think there's 32 of them that were released, and the first compilation of that PDF is at the printer right now, and hopefully will be available in about 2 months or so. But in those were a spattering of a whole bunch of new mechs in there. Some really amazingly new mechs in there. So if you haven't seen that, please, run over to the store or whatever place you grab your PDFs at and just look up the rec guide, BattleTech rec guide, and there's a whole series of great new designs in there.
Talon, I've seen a couple questions about people new to Kickstarter and Backer Kit. Can you explain?
I just saw this from Game Crow. Yeah, I saw that. Game Crow. So Backer Kit, when we reference Backer Kit, it's separated from Kickstarter. So yes, Kickstarter and Backer Kit are technically 2 separate companies. But what will happen is that all of your data from Kickstarter will go on Backer Kit to let you choose additional stuff and make your actual selection. So when you say, I want 10 force packs, after the Kickstarter closes, the Backer Kit will send you a link saying, hey, we noticed that you bought 10 force packs. Please select your 10 force packs, and it'll actually ask you, please log in with the email you used on your Kickstarter. And basically, it's like a back-end store version, but you've already put all your initial information in of what you wanted. So it creates like a little extra cart for you, so that way you can add more stuff, make your selections, and so on.
That's also where we will likely handle things like shipping. You might have noticed there is no shipping at this point in the Kickstarter. because with a worldwide program, there's so much data to collate. We didn't want to slow down the actual launch of the campaign. But either in the backer kit or in our fulfillment service, we will handle shipping at that time. So that's why you haven't seen it yet.
You'll wait for an email from Backer Kit. You'll get one.
Yeah, the long story short, when the Kickstarter is done and we are ready to send the Backer Kit information out to you guys, there will be a link sent to the email of your Kickstarter account, not in Kickstarter, but whatever you made your account with, that will have a Backer Kit link that will allow you, if you're an old Backer Kit person, you just sign into your account and move on. If you're new to Backer Kit, they'll have you sign up using that same email, and you'll have access to all of your stuff in our campaign.
Yep.
We are less than $3,000 away from 5 million. And for those just joining us, we do have new stretch goals, or not stretch goals, add-ons that you can pick from. So you can add the plushies, you can add the Retaliation packs, and a few other things as well. So if you've been waiting for that, now we're under $2,000 away.
Yep.
So make it happen.
We also learned that you guys were like being limited on how many force packs and salvage boxes you can buy. We haven't removed the limit. We've upped it to a number that I don't think you'll reach, but that's not really a dare. No, that's a dare.
There it is. We just got it. Holy crap.
Wait, did we reach
$5 million?
Here it is.
Congratulations, everyone.
Wow.
And still going.
Yeah, we're like 5,000 away, and all of a sudden we're 7,000.
Bam, bam, bam. Yeah, I didn't even. I looked away for like 10 seconds and it flipped over.
Luckily, I was able to
Thank
walk
you
it
all.
over.
Thank
Love that.
everybody. 508 watching now. Thanks everyone for coming in. It's so awesome.
18,177 backers. Thank you.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
Crazy.
that's so
And
amazing,
climbing,
guys.
and climbing, by the way, the backers have been climbing the whole time as well.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
it's not. That's something that we're so amazed. I think that's actually going back to one of our really earlier questions of what has really been shocking for this Kickstarter is that while it's super cool that the pledge number just keeps going up and up, the backer number continues to rise almost as quickly, which means that all the new blood, all these new players, or even just old players coming back into BattleTech are showing up now.
Yep,
which is
Well, now
phenomenal.
we have a few more questions we can. As long as we're all here, we got 500 viewers. Are there some more questions we can answer real quick?
I have like maybe
Before we all
15
run
more
away-
questions. I have
we
like
all run
15
away for dinner
questions
or
still.
whatever.
yeah. Let's get through some questions.
And before you go, actually, so can we talk real quick about what was just unlocked?
Sure.
I think we lost
Yeah,
Mike.
good
Aaron.
idea.
So $5 million, guys. That means company level backers receive one free force pack choice in addition to every other stretch goal from before. And battalion level backers and up receive 2 free force pack choices. So that's 2 extra force packs for free.
Yeah, amazing.
That's super awesome.
That's unreal.
So freaking cool.
Unreal.
Aaron, welcome, Aaron.
Yeah, welcome, Aaron.
I'm not cheering for Ray anymore, so.
Ray, I'll give you a cheer.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Ray and Aaron, to you guys too on BattleTech $5 million Kickstarter. And
Okay, so some of our fans I think were gaming our system there. We went backwards 2,000. I think some people.
Well, we're still over it.
We're still dropping.
Some people gamed the system. They jumped us up.
I'm sorry.
Wow. Wow. There we go. Back climbing
You might
again.
be
Back
the-
climbing again.
You might be the first
But
campaign
the
Kickstarter
net gain-
campaign history to hit 5 million twice.
The next game.
they just wanted to see us celebrate again.
They wanted to see celebrate.
You know, I'm adding it in. They just hit 5 million twice.
Yeah, that was fun. That was kind of funny.
Game BZ says, "I swear it wasn't me."
Someone has a question about the beginner box of the Humble Bundle. Never been able to claim it. Tell me how to claim it, Talon. I think that's a question for you.
Yeah, Higa J, because I don't know how that pronounces in the rest of your name. Higa. All you should have gotten an email with a discount code. All you need to do is go find that discount code, go to our online store, put the beginner's box set into your shopping cart, put in the password or the discount code in the discount section, and it'll mark it off 100% free to you with your unique code. So that should allow you to get your beginner's box, starting the process of getting it shipped to you to wherever you are located at. in the United States or Europe. I don't know what we did for the Humber.
I hope that helps. No, it was only U.S. International shipping was
okay.
Just email
US
Mike
cool.
or at retaliationgames.com and he'll help you out.
I will never get old.
I have plenty of other questions that continue to roll in as I grab a couple more. Next one is was there an official pool on how this Kickstarter would do, and if so, who's winning? No one won, Bovie. I know this was a while ago. No one won.
Mike came closest, and we were very conservative compared to what you guys did. Let's
put it this way: I was the closest, and I wasn't even close by orders of magnitude.
Yeah, Mike, yours was like 1.7 million, wasn't it?
Yeah, in the first 24
day.
hours, right?
Yeah, the first 24 hours, Mike had the closest bet at 1.7 million, and then you guys beat it in 24 hours by $1 million, if not more.
By more than that, I think.
By more than $1 million.
Well, more than that.
More than $1 million.
We beat. That was actually one of my other favorite moments. Is we surpassed the clan invasion Kickstarter number in 8.5 hours.
I actually have that marked on here as one of the fun little facts that we had was that we, in less than 24 hours, we beat all of clan invasion.
Now, as everyone on this live stream will attest to, I'm almost never wrong, but this was one time where I was glad to be wrong.
In fact, where are we at right now? Where are we at for all-time Kickstarters?
I believe we just moved. We are still at the 48 spot. We are very close to moving into the 47th spot.
So we're in the top 50 Kickstarters of all time.
All time of all categories, all time.
There's like 200. There's like 260 some thousand Kickstarters that have funded over the decade and a half that it's been, and we just cracked the top 50. That is.
Watch out, Sanderson.
Your predictions got beat so badly that they must have gotten on the bad side of Ludwig Steiner.
Ooh.
Okay, Scott Williams, you are aware we do have BattleTech audiobooks out. If you go to Audible and type in BattleTech, we have like a bunch of them. The GDL trilogy is out there. Forever Faithful is out there, and more are coming out every month. So I looked up RC Bray. He sounds fantastic.
Kickstarter, like maybe a little bit more clarification might be needed.
Yeah, I looked up RC Bray. I'm not sure I can afford him. He looks like a really awesome narrator, but we're very happy with the stable we have right now. But I'll certainly look into him and maybe reach out and make contact. So, yeah. Thank you everyone for the congratulations. By the way, 509 watchers now. Thank you so much. We are solidly over the 5 million after that little hiccup.
Stop talking, John.
Talking. Yeah, you're gonna make it go back down again. Bad job.
That was all Aaron's. That was all Aaron's fault when he came on. That's when it happened. So I'm just saying.
Brian Norris asks. Brian Norris asks. So the articles that have been referencing new rules for combined arms. Can you give us an idea on how this, on what has changed or how the new rules work? Randall, combined arms.
That's the support stuff. So first. You can go, I believe, into that Dropbox that is part of update 2 and go and grab those files yourself. Quick summation is when we published the BattleTech manual almost 4 years ago now. I can't believe it was that long ago. We created what we call battlefield support rules, which allowed you to take artillery, minefields, aerospace strikes and strafes and bombings and turn them into a fun one-shot buff that you would bring into the game. So you bring the flavor of combined arms into your game, but you don't have to bring out a whole other map and a whole other rule set and so on. If you want, those rules are absolutely still there, right? We didn't take any of that away. And so then what is in the Mercenaries box then combines those previous battlefield support rules with vehicles. So you can now bring vehicles onto the table, and they act very similar to vehicles in the computer games, where if you ignore them, they can be dangerous, but they blow up wonderfully good and quick when they go up against a mech, because they should.
One second here, as I am getting an answer for somebody here.
Chiron the Destroyer. Yes, if you add.
We're
on the same page.
Literally typing to him.
If you add that money to the Kickstarter, it does go through, it does impact stretch goals and stuff like that. And then you can use those funds to do your additional pledge in Backer Kit when that's up.
So another question that came in is Michael S. Callus Game Labs. What is the backer number range determine if I got in on time for the Visigoth? I actually don't know.
It doesn't show us the actual thing until we're able to run the reports.
Yeah.
I know it's somewhere around 15,500, but I'm not sure the exact number.
Yeah, it's pretty hard, unfortunately, to pull.
Yeah.
Matt Johnson, Callus Game Labs. If we cannot have the rolled posters, can we get a digital version so we can have it printed at our local printer shop? I had that come up a couple of times when we talked to the printers. You know, almost 40 minutes. Like I'm still getting through questions 40 minutes ago. So someone was asking if we can get some high res pictures out there that they can take to their own local store to get their own pictures done. I think we kind of started with the Hell's Horses wallpaper.
We'll discuss that. There's some issues we need to get around, but we can discuss that.
The only issue is a good print shop won't print it, even if we had to do the file, due to potential copyright issues.
That is one of the issues.
That's one of the issues, and there's a good way to get around that. But I don't see why we can't figure out. We'll try to figure something out, because that would be a nice thing to do.
I've had people wanting to print stuff, say their print shop just wanted to see a release form from us. So maybe if we work up a, hey, print shop, you can actually make this promotional material for them piece of paper.
Game Easy has asked, can we get salvage boxes above 99? I've chosen to remortgage the house.
What was that, Talon?
Game Beezy has said, can we get salvage boxes above 99? I've chosen to remortgage the house. All right, back to work, Lauren. Lauren. While Lauren's doing that, Matt Johnson asks, at Callus Game Labs, if we cannot have roll posters. Oh, yeah, we just answered that. Never mind. Hold on. Jason Davis, why isn't there any mech unit T-shirts?
So the T-shirt. So the T-shirts, because when you put a T-shirt out, it's never one T-shirt. When you put, like when we were doing the Clan Invasion, one T-shirt actually equals 16 T-shirts.
16 SKUs.
So 16 individual SKUs that all must be tracked, and the T-shirts ended up being the most nightmarish part of the last one. And so that's why, as much as we wanted it to be a part of this campaign, the pain and anguish that caused all through the system, we just had to let that go, which is why it's just 2 are coming out every month throughout the whole year, so that you still are able to get the T-shirt, but we just had to divorce it from the Kickstarter.
Another question on the T-shirts is that I've actually seen this happen a couple of times now, or at least posted in a couple of different places, is can we get T-shirts in white? It is too hot for the South to wear them. I actually wouldn't mind at least doing a small run of white T-shirts and seeing how they do.
Sure.
I don't mind that at all. I see that a couple of times. We'll have to see which one we'd want to do on a white T-shirt.
I'm willing to experiment and try and see what happens. I'm willing to bet it'll be an extremely niche idea. More likely is like we could do logos on like the light gray, similar to what Ray and Randall are wearing right now, because those are fairly popular and those are light colored and lighter weight T-shirts. So,
yeah. For the record, Lauren does not live in the South.
I think they'll be extremely niche.
But we'll see. I'm happy. I'm happy to experiment with them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Chris Lovins asks, any chance the 4-inch Timberwolf can be an add-on?
Actually, isn't it an add-on? Did we do that?
I thought it was.
Yeah.
They say they think it is. Why don't you double check for me, Chris Lovins, and let me know. Or someone who knows, let me know in the chat below.
If it's not, it will be for Pledge Manager.
Yes, if it's not available now, it definitely will be available in the Pledge Manager itself. Alexander
I know,
Perry.
I know why it's not available right now, because we didn't get a. So these are, again, the first set are being provided with the work of Leah to make sure all of our backers get this gift. Doing a additional printing as an item, we haven't got a formal quote, Randall, I don't think, so we don't know exactly what to put them in as. So yes, the Timberwolf will also be available as an add-on. It will be there. If we don't make it into the Kickstarter, it will definitely be there in the Pledge Manager. Absolutely. We are committed to that.
It has been confirmed that it's not in the manager right now.
And just to
Right
verify
now,
that,
I am sure it is not, because there's no price, there's no cost of goods, we don't have information.
and currently, by the way, just to correct Lauren, this is for backers at the veteran level and above. You said all backers. I want to be very clear about that. The website.
You are correct. Veteran and above. You are correct.
Yep.
Because the initial plan was they wanted to reward all of our previous backers. So they said, everyone who backs you now, who backed you 3 years ago, get them this Timberwolf. I'm like, there's just no way.
That's not how Kickstarter works, friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we decided to simply say, anyone who's backing us who's a veteran, not a recruit or lower, is obviously a BattleTech fan. Whether you backed us last time or not, we felt you deserved that gift. So we got it to all of you at veteran and above. And no, it's not in here. I didn't think it was.
Game Easy, you are right. Hey, Rem, why don't we get a minor update created to talk about the fact that we upped the limits on that? Because
I already wrote it down. It's in
Hey,
capital letters on my very long FAQ list.
Yeah, fix.
Yeah.
Well, and all the add-ons that we just did, like there's a whole giant update for you.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
You bet.
Alexander
Anytime, Rem, anytime.
Alexander Perry asks, CGL, I don't know if this has already been answered this, but are there any plans to do a paperback or hardback print version of the graphic novels that are being produced as part of the Kickstarter? John?
Yeah.
Yes, just not a part of the Kickstarter. They absolutely will be done.
Yep.
There you go. Matthew Penna asks,
the reason is just timing. Like, we want to fulfill this before the turn of the century. So we don't want to overcommit on, like, everything will be ready and everything will be printed. We've done art, we've done layout, we've done the story, we've done everything. And now we're going to get it all printed before we fulfill everything else. We don't want to make you guys wait too long.
The PDF is what will be available much sooner. No, just let everyone know. Yep.
Even if the graphic novel takes an extra 6 months to create, let's say, and we've already fulfilled the Kickstarter, we can get you a PDF without having to mail more stuff. So there's a reason why it was. We feel good about what we're doing, but we wanted to err on the side of giving you your main product as soon as possible.
Very Silent Mouse asks, would the lady please introduce herself?
Oh, hi guys. I'm Rem Alternus, and I'm the brand new community and marketing director for Catalyst. So, hi. I started with Shadowrun. I'm learning all the BattleTech words. I learned a new word in the past 2 weeks. Force pack.
I hear that word a lot.
One word. Camel caps.
Yeah, one word.
We love our double capital one words. Yes.
Yep.
They go fresh meat.
No, I'm really excited.
The fresh meat is no longer me.
I've been a groupie for Shadowrun a long time. I tease people and say that I just hung around long enough that they're like, "Are we paying you yet?"
Are we?
So now you are.
That's also
thank you everyone for giving Rem a warm welcome too. We really appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Very nice to see.
It's been awesome having her here.
My team is the one, by the way, I own my own production company, and we're the ones that did Shadowrun Edge Zone, and we just produced the Crescent Hawks videos. So that's us. We've been around in the shadows.
And for those who are asking, by the way, there will be more of those mercenary unit lore ones. We really the response from you guys has been amazing. We really enjoyed it. It's approaching 20,000 views already in 2 days. Thank you so much for that, and really put it over the top. So we're going to have just more to come. That's what I can tell you.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, so we have Matthew Penna. Any fun ideas on what the theme you might want to do for the next BattleTech Kickstarter? We need to start saving. Thanks, guys, for the awesome game.
No.
Yeah. Someone mentioned Irby Assault. I think that's what it should
By the
be.
way, I love the enthusiasm, but no, we're not talking about it.
Randall,
Every time somebody asks that, I picture Ray doing like a Jefferson's thing, like.
Oh, pretty much.
No, Randall strictly has I want a couple years of break.
That question just spiked everyone's anxiety like tenfold.
I mean, we really just should let the cat out of the bag. It's going to be I think BattleTech GoBots crossover.
Or Lamb. I think it should be the theme should be Lamb.
Oh, there we go. Urban Mech 2 Assault Class. I am down for that. I'm so down for that.
Oh my gosh. Force pack confirmed. Storm and Wolf, I know that you asked this quite a while ago, and I know you were staying up late for us, and I apologize that I should have gotten this a little sooner, realizing how fast these questions were flying by. If you happen to be here, his question was, what are the chances for a Solaris-based league system for clubs and stores akin to the FDM or Warhammer Underworlds or X-Wing?
Too soon to talk about.
There you go.
We are committed to organized play, but too soon to talk about.
Do apologize, and just because it came up now with Storm and Wolf, guys, if we don't happen to get to your question tonight before we all get too tired and get off the live stream, it is because I do collect all the questions as they fly through to the best of my ability, and then answer them in order as best as I can. Just to make sure that we get through as many questions as possible. So if we don't happen to get yours, it's not because we missed it. It's because it was just down at the bottom of the list of it. So I apologize if we don't get to it, but we're hopefully going to get through a majority of these.
But we will be back on Saturday.
That's true. We will indeed be back with me, Rem, Lauren, and Randall. We will be back on Saturday at 11 Pacific Standard Time to do another AMA with the four of us. So for those of you, 11 a.m. Did I say p.m.?
You just said 11 Pacific, so 11 a.m. Pacific.
You think I can get Lauren on the computer at 11 p.m.? Good luck.
Yeah,
11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
I'm surprised you can get Lauren on the computer at 11 a.m. So,
That's less likely, but it's going to happen.
We will be doing another AMA there. So those of you who would like to show up, please do. We will be you can feel free to ask your questions there again. We'll be able to answer them there as well.
That is 11 a.m. Pacific time.
11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
On Sunday.
Saturday. Stop it.
Wow.
Sorry for those folks overseas. I know it's weird hours. Can't be helped.
No, and I just like to. Okay. And I just like to say, as we've given out.
All right, Lauren is now muted. Right click mute.
Boot from server. It's
Gata Daka has asked, is House Arana still around by the time of the Ill Clan era?
We shall see.
Define around.
Yeah, that's the question.
We shall see.
Who let Lauren out of his box?
The future.
Ed M asked, is TED Talks still doing the Blood of Krinsky audiobooks? John?
Yes, there's been some complications in Tex's personal life, which have slowed the production of those, and also a complication with Amazon. So there's a couple things that I need to navigate. First, we have every intention that he will finish the trilogy for sure at some point in time. The first book is pretty much in the can. It's just a matter of Amazon is kind of hosing me. But I replied to someone in the stream that we're going to start going wider with these books. It's a matter of royalties, but there are enough other places out there to make up the difference that we're going to start going wide again, so everyone can get them, whether you listen to them on Google, whether you listen to them on Kobo, whether you listen to them on Find a Way. It doesn't matter. We're just going to start going wide with these. I'm sick of being limited to just one server. So there's your answer.
There we go. Chaz Sauce is directly actually at Anthony. Anthony, you still here?
Yeah.
Me? Yep.
Yeah. It's directly for you. Anthony, what is your favorite redesign of the Kickstarter? What was the most challenging?
Oh, I get asked all the time. I mean, I say it all the time. It's usually what's the coolest, most recent thing I worked on. So the Blood Asp is still on my favorites list. That is a recognition guide design. I don't know, Lauren, if we've talked about further stuff here yet, but
nope.
Really looking forward to that. But challenging, I mean, it's always a challenge. No, some of them are a breeze to work on, but the Proliferation Cycle Pack had a lot of challenge mechs in it. We had to keep them looking funky and ugly, but, you know, a product that sells. I put that, as soon as I had that land on my plate, I said, okay, I'll do it, but I refuse to make any of them look too bad to sell, you know, so...
No, he's right. That was actually a hard line to cross of not making them look too cool, but they got to be cool enough because they're minis that you want to have on your table. So absolutely.
Really quick, by the way, the Battlefield Support Force Pack apparently is still limited to only 10. So that needs to be changed as well.
Lauren.
Someone's posted that. Slacker.
You have one job to do.
Yeah, exactly. One job, Lauren.
Job.
Yeah, Randall texted me. I did notice that. If you get in the add-ons, there are 2 city map packs. I'm not sure how that happened. One of them is obviously the right one, but no matter which one you grab, your money will convert into a credit, if not directly into the map pack choice. If it doesn't convert, you will have a credit that will follow you into the pledge manager. There is no way for us to fix that after someone has backed it. So unfortunately, there will be 2 city map packs on there. Just screw it. No way to fix it.
Next question would be Trevor Chapman. What about the remaining items from the last Kickstarter that were to be available by the end of February? Not meaning to mention a sore point.
It just got lost in the shuffle of leading up to because not only were we putting together a new monster Kickstarter, but as usual, we went ridiculously ambitious and we launched it across a convention while doing a 40+ hour live stream while coordinating with 9 launch parties around the world. So all of that material is being worked on. It just kind of got lost in the shuffle of all the work that had to get done to reach this point, and that all that stuff is coming. Absolutely.
We love we love BattleTech, but hate ourselves. I just heard.
That is why I work here.
The Battlefield Support Pack limit has been increased. Thank you for finding that problem.
To 11 or.
Actually, I'm gonna jump some questions here real quick, just because it's a really important one that, since Lauren is back from vacation, that should be answered. Maybe he has an answer now. If not, then I guess David Mercer, you will have to wait. Any clarification on when the big Kappa One of Everything starts?
Yeah,
I want the date.
April 20th.
The close of the Kickstarter is when that starts.
There you go.
There you go. Close of the Kickstarter.
So it counts everything in the Kickstarter and everything published once the Kickstarter closes for 2 years.
There you go, David. Hopefully, so there you go. Rem, get that written down quick.
It's literally FAQs. I got it. Pages. FAQs.
Oh,
by the way,
okay, also, just how about an Easter Force packs? Eggs in a basket. Imp, Flashman, Irby 2C.
Only if the Irby Lamb is in there. By the way, someone way earlier, I think it was Robert.
It was just right there.
It was Robert Johnson or Wilson said we need a bumper sticker. My other ride is an urban mech, and I think we need to make that happen.
Other ride is an urban mech.
Oh, dude, that is we got to look into that. That is too good not to make happen.
Yep.
Jeremy Barnhill asks, any plans on allowing other companies like Death Ray Designs produce decals for use on miniatures? I love FPG, but sometimes it's hard to get decals I needed. Lauren, Ray, I'm not going to answer
Ray,
this one.
what's the problem, man?
I'm a little busy.
Ray may have been a little busy recently with some stuff, for whatever reason.
Yeah.
There will be. Ray and I actually talked a bit at Adepticon about FPG. Who's the barking squirrel around there? Oh, Sarah. That's Rem. Come on. Ray and I talked at Adepticon about FPG decals and getting them updated, getting them on our store, getting them available. So I would say the short answer is we're on it. It'll just give us a little more time. They should be available very soon. Fair, Ray? Is that fair?
Yep. And also, we're in the process of expanding and upgrading. And for those of you that aren't aware, FPG Decals is my company. I'm a partner in that company as well as doing everything BattleTech.
Yeah, Ray wears many hats, and decals is one of them.
Really? I
And
don't even have I'm wearing right now.
Yeah,
I'm not
I
sure
think
it's
it
one of many.
speaks to a lot of parts of Catalyst is BattleTech has just grown in 1 to 2 orders of magnitude in size in the last 4 years, and we're still catching up. So FPG probably had no problem fulfilling decal quantity before. Now they've got a whole army of you coming at them.
Yeah.
So since Lord and Ray officially, yeah, I'll be working with Ray on getting that worked out. So it'll be awesome to have them because they were amazing to see at Adepticon. Michael S says, will we ever get versus box sets, i.e. Davian versus Krita, Clans versus Comstar, etc.?
Randall?
I would say at this point, never say never, right? We have faction packs that are in the works. If you guys can ever stop making this Kickstarter so big that we have to keep coming up with awesome to add to it. But absolutely, faction packs are coming, and whether we then move up larger to versus, we've absolutely had those conversations. So just keep looking in the future.
Another question.
One for every day.
No.
I'm sorry, did you say have a BattleTech Advent calendar?
No, an Advent calendar force pack. So it's like 20 mechs in it. Whatever.
Dude, I think that needs to happen.
I joked about that around Christmas time.
It only costs like $100 for the Advent calendar because there's a mech in every window.
And
that's
who
why
and
we
who
joked about it?
Who here would buy that?
Probably everybody.
Everybody.
Evergreen.
Yeah, Michael S just goes, BattleTech Advent calendar.
Lauren, we have to make that the BattleTech Christmas.
BattleTech Advent calendar. Rusty, quit stirring the pot.
Another question from Semper Militis, I believe is how it's pronounced. Will we know before the Kickstarter ends whether those who purchased a secondary pledge level will get the rewards for the second one? Yes. I can see.
Well, actually, if you purchase, the only way to purchase 2 pledge levels right now is if you sign in 2 different accounts and purchase 2 different pledge levels. If you are doing that, you will get both pledge levels and you will get all rewards for both pledge levels because you have signed in as 2 different people, and that's perfectly fine. Now, it's when you're the pledge manager and choose a second pledge level as a bundle, things get a little tricky. We're still working on that. So if you've already done it in some fashion, you're going to get it. So I believe the only way to do that is to sign in twice.
Winter holiday advent calendar or we riot.
Well, I think someone said in the shape of a dropship, which makes perfect sense.
Oh, the advent calendar in the shape of a dropship? That'd be great.
Yep.
Lawrence is sitting there laughing.
What have we done?
You said it. You said that.
That's your fault.
In public. It's fine. It's one thing to joke about it on a director's meeting. You said it in public. This is
on the
your
international interwebs now.
Yeah.
Commander Hatchie asks, how much of Mini's production can Ironwind do for you? How much of Mini production can Ironwind do for you?
Ironwind doesn't do any miniature production for us. They do their own line, and we love and support them, but they don't do any production for us.
If you get a clarification to that question, then feel free to add it in Commander Hatchie, and I'll grab it as I see it.
Yeah, the guy in the upper left-hand corner in the I think it's the Marsha Brady box. He's the one that does the all the BattleTech miniature production, design, and tooling for us. So as long as we keep him chained into his house over there, we'll get lots and lots of work. If he ever breaks free, we're in trouble.
Roger Odell says, "What mechs will be available as plushies?"
Right now, it just
are available. That's it.
Will be available.
Will be available. There is no good answer to that one because every time
really isn't.
Get really distracted on all the cool things we could do.
Yeah, a lot of people saying we want Highlander. That's what I've heard is like it's very popular in the stream.
That would be a good one.
Just saying.
The next ones coming are almost guaranteed to be clan ones, so that the clans get some love.
That also came up.
What those will be, we're still discussing.
Yeah.
So obviously the Timberwolf is high on the list. It's just so spindly. We're not sure exactly how it's going to work. So it's going to be. I would say it's the number one. The next one, the number one likelihood is a Timberwolf, assuming we can get through the engineering issues.
All right, I'm skipping other than
that, we don't know. Highlander would be a good choice. There's a lot of good choices.
All right, I'm skipping to a question real quick because it matters to me because it's near and dear to my heart. Is the Proliferation Cycle Pack available as an add-on in this Kickstarter?
It will be, yes. I don't think it's in there currently, but it absolutely would be in the Pledge Manager.
It's not in there currently, but it will be there.
All right, back to the top of the questions again. Ed M, question for everyone. What is your favorite Ilclan mech? No retro variants, no new designs only.
New designs only? The Hammerhead. Hands down. Easy peasy.
Yeah, Hammerhead's pretty good.
And then the second one, and not just because Anthony's here, is the Regent for me.
Yep.
I probably also say the Hammerhead.
I gotta chime in with Randall on the Regent. I think that one is a pretty kick-ass mech. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
This one.
Perfect answer, Rem. Perfect answer.
No, it's this one, Rem.
No, I like the bright colors. That's literally why I picked these two.
Kirby or Nerby?
That's cool.
I'm sorry, guys. I'll learn the. So one of the things that I plan to do for to educate myself on BattleTech is be here on YouTube and establish like a learning live stream. So I'm reading some of the fiction to start with. So I'm going to kind of set up a timeline and discover what some of these words mean and have some conversations about the world and what I'm learning as I dive into it. So I'm starting with a Michael Stackpole book, the On Guard book. So I'm starting to plan for a live stream of that so that other newbies can learn with me.
Nice. You did get back to us, by the way. He says, I don't know what your relationship with Ironwind is. Can they pick up more production from you? I would pay more for minis produced on this side of the Pacific. I think the biggest thing is they're on their own company, 1 and 2. Well, they don't produce plastic minis.
Say they produce metal and not plastic. So no, they're the two don't work. No one anywhere in our industry can do full production plastic shots in the US. There are a few companies that are starting to experiment with getting a mold made in China and then shipping the mold over to the US and then starting to do those shots. But it's just an incredibly complicated process. And yeah.
I can chime in a little bit that it's part of my responsibility to get our files to Ironwind eventually to make the metal versions, and I will be working on streamlining that process because we barely even touched the last Kickstarter as far as getting them in metal, whereas Ironwind is approved to have those at their leisure. So partly my dropped ball, but I want to grab some of my guys that are now under less pressure that we're wrapping this Kickstarter up and get them just churning out parted prepped files for them so that those that do love metal and buying US domestic can get that.
Frank B, learning BattleTech together would be a good stream for all the newbies. I do agree with you. That would be actually a really awesome live stream.
I like that, Ram.
That's a great idea. I love it.
I also, when I was at Adepticon, I literally bought another suitcase to bring home BattleTech stuff so that A, I can learn it, and B, I'm going to do unboxing videos and all kinds of fun stuff. So
Cool.
there's going to be a lot of content on YouTube.
We'll
coming.
call it the BattleTech Academy or something like that.
I like that.
BattleTech Academy live stream. Zachary Baker asks, does the bonus force packs a battalion stack with the bonus at company? I think this is part of that question that we've answered a couple of times where the only way to do that is to have 2 separate pledges, and if so, yes, it would, because it's 2 different accounts.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a battalion backer, no, the pledge levels or rewards at any level don't matter to you at all. You get what's promised for the battalion backer. You don't also get the rewards of previous levels. So if that's the question, that's the answer. If the answer is if I buy both, do they stack? If you have decided twice and bought 2 different pledge levels, you will get both. Right now, they don't ship together. You will basically have to pay to ship them separately because there's no way to combine them at this time. But we're working on options to give you more choices once we get to the pledge manager.
Saw something about a link to the ACES rules. Is ACES the one thing we talked about earlier, Randall?
Yes, that is the rules that allow you to play solo or cooperative Alpha Strike.
So just real quick, for those of you who might have shown up late, I know that we have people cycling in and out on our viewer counts. For the ACES rule set, for like Randall said, for the solo play and other stuff like that, if you are a backer, it does not get emailed to you. In Update 2, there is a backers only update where you can actually go right now and download the rules for that. So Death Crazer, like just go to Update 2 on the Kickstarter. If you log into your account while doing that, you should see the backer only update, and you can go in, grab the link, and download all your free stuff.
Thank you for that, Talon, for knowing that that was in Update 2, because at this point I've written so many updates and responses to comments that I'm like, did I do that? Oh, God.
People are also saying it's in
updates today.
People are also saying it's in Update 7 apparently. So 2 or
apparently
7.
It's also recopied in Update 7. Thank you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, I do it to balance only because I'm supposed to be cooking dinner tonight, and there's a lot of hungry people here. They're going to start getting mad at me if I don't do something before 9 p.m. So I've got to bounce for a little while. Thank you all so much. Love you guys for what you've done here for this Kickstarter. And the team will stick around for a little while longer, answer some questions until they've got to bounce too. But thank you so much. I've had a wonderful night, and I look forward to doing this again on Saturday morning.
Thanks, Lauren.
Hey, Lauren.
Thanks,
for
Lauren.
being here.
Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it.
Hey, Lauren.
And then
all right, well, now that he's gone,
Yeah. Now the party starts.
It's become Kickstarter After Dark.
Brian Admire back at with another question again. Will vehicle salvage boxes be 1 or 2 vehicles? I would hate to get half a long Tom. Randall,
well, first, oh, did I not clarify that in there? So, first of all, it is 2. And second of all, just because of the way it works, the objectives cannot go in that pack. And so if I did not clarify that in the write-up, I will do that right now.
We're working on it. Here, you answered that way quicker than I was ready for. The Valhalla Club asks, will the Visigoth be added as a add-on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it will. Bovi asks, can we get a BattleTech only con for the 40th anniversary?
I have started writing that proposal.
There you go. The proposal
There you go.
We still doing it at my house?
No, because that would
We
require me
camp
going
out
to
in your
Florida.
backyard. It's gonna have a real Woodstock feel to it.
No,
It'll be great.
that would require going to Florida, and that's not going to happen.
Absolutely not. Yeah.
Beach and sun and the
And
theme park.
And 1,000% humidity. I've been to Florida before. I don't want to go back.
No, do it in Seattle. Get harebrained schemes there. See if you can coax PGI down.
There you go. Les James asked, there isn't an option to add the Inner Sphere Battle Armor Force Pack. Is it covered under the Force Pack's Inner Sphere choice options?
It will be, yes. Because it's a lance. It's 4 of them. So yes, it will be.
There you go. So it will be available underneath that. David Rozzi, Catalyst. What about like BattleTech blueprints or something?
Actually, we've had several blueprints for a while, but we have been working really hard to find the right paper. We don't want it to just be a poster. We want it to actually feel like blueprint paper, particularly like the original ones that were done all the way back in the 80s. And that's actually proving far more difficult than I thought it would. But we are absolutely working on that.
Just a side note, Razzie, the guy that asked the question, he's the one that did our blueprints.
Yeah.
He's the artist.
It's being worked on. It just finding the right paper is actually proven difficult.
Yeah.
Did we lose? Who did we lose? We've lost a couple people now. We lose Mike again?
Probably.
Looks like it. That's okay.
It's after 11 there. They turned off his internet.
Oh, that'd be mean. Frank B says,
tell me I'm wrong.
A reprint of the original TROs 3025 and 3026 with all the new art.
Well, we've potentially looked at that, but really you should go check out the new Rec Guide Compilation 1, the classics that has all of our new art in it, that will be coming out in the next month or two.
Haga back with another question again. Is any idea for the next Kickstarter or post-Kickstarter store option? Build your own force pack, choose 4, 5, 6 mechs, and pay equivalent price.
No, there's no way to do that.
Yeah, it'd be almost impossible. And if it was possible, I would be really hesitant to do it because there would be so many issues that could arise from not having it just be prepackaged in the box.
Yeah, we'd have to rely on the manufacturer for that, and
that'd be really bad.
And
it would delay. It would also delay that specific Kickstarter for so long.
Yeah.
Multiple mechs are built into each of our molds, so we can't just cast one and mix and match.
Yeah.
This is why the Alpha Strike box, the reused sculpts are paired up. The Timberwolf Nova, Warhammer, and Phoenix Hawk, I believe.
Yeah, we were actually limited on the ones that we reused. You had to pick very specific ones. It's a very complicated process.
I think there's a future way down the line where home printing is extremely prolific and actually plug and play, where the common business model will be you download that type of stuff, but we're just getting into plastic here.
Yeah, that's way down the line.
Let's see who's next. XX comes back with another question of why isn't there any clan plushies? Probably because we started with some of the easier mechs, as plushies were brand new to us, unless Randall has a different question or a different answer.
It was exactly that. So clan plushies are coming next.
Clan plushies are coming next. There you go.
By the way, folks,
it is now official.
By the way, folks, I did call it. Mike just texted us on Skype saying he thought his internet went out, so I was right.
That is hilarious.
Neener, Mike.
Mike's got to move out of the sticks.
Eric Butler, can pouches be bundled? I saw that a couple of times. I'm not quite sure.
I have answers.
There you go. Rem's got answers.
From my new FAQs that are coming soon. So in the Pledge Manager, you're going to have multiple swag bundles you can choose from. So one is going to be a clan or a faction bundle, where you can get the coin, the pin, and the patch. The other is going to be like if you want the patch for everything, the pin for everything, or the coin for everything, you'll be able to do that too. So that will be in the Pledge Manager.
Great Jedi, he did not sacrifice the urban plushie. I think he was too excited. He forgot to chop off the limbs. He forgot to chop off the limbs of his urban mech plushie. So the urban mech is currently safe for now.
It's too cute to kill. Come on, people. Jeez.
I mean, I have 6 of them for a reason. They're allowed to blow up. Eric, that was the patches question. Thank you. Shigo asks, can the premium miniatures like the Hammerhead be available in the Pledge add-ons?
There's just complicated logistic issues, so we are looking at. We can't say for sure whether that's going to happen or not.
Delaney Anderson, why is Double Regiment better than Battalion? More mech is better. I think we're still pulling the data on actually whether or not it is better or not.
I think the assumption is still that people would be getting double Battalion and getting double freebies, but as you guys keep going over, it's not yet guaranteed that people can do that.
Correct.
Yeah. Kurt Spearing, can map packs be a stretch goal? Map packs.
There's already 2 map packs that we unlocked. There are more map packs coming, but we don't want to necessarily add that. You know, every new thing that we add potentially slows the Kickstarter down. So we are absolutely wanting to add more because you're all amazing and you want more, so fantastic. But that always has to be taken in the context of the more we add, the slower fulfillment becomes. And so we're being really careful on that. So we would not be adding more map packs, but there absolutely is other future map packs being worked on.
Quick one is just because it's funny. Any chance to make a map scale dropship in the future?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're actually working on that. It's just really complicated on the production side, but absolutely we're trying to make that happen.
Yeah, the production side is actually a nightmare. For those of you who know how big those things would actually have to be on the game board.
Mech scale and map scale.
Yeah, mech scale and map scale.
BFS.
Foul Hand asks, what is the number of minis in the objective force packs changed? Or was the number of minis in the objective force pack changed? I don't think it was.
There appears to have been a potential miscommunication from a while back to now. So I actually can see how, based upon previous information that was getting out, that they thought that there was going to be more. But as of now, it is 4 models. There are the 2 models that make up the Long Tom, and then the MASH and Mobile HQ, and it is $30, not the $40. And they're all big minis, so it was always a more weird, strange pack, which is where I think some of that confusion came from.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Well, I showed on my Patreon it formatted like the rest with 2 of each, so that also added confusion. So it's just 1 of each, smaller pack.
Yeah.
Zombie Machine asks again, can we please see Reunification War and Historical Liberation of Terra back in print? Love the Star League era.
It's on the list.
Being worked on.
Apparently.
It's being worked on.
It's being worked on.
Print on demand.
There's a huge but there's the huge backlist. It's going to take some time, but yes, it is being worked on.
Which ones did they ask about? Liberation of Terra?
Reunification War and the Liberation of Terra historical.
Yeah, we had looked at trying to have those ready to slide out for when my 3rd Founding of the Clans novel came out, and that just never happened because there's so much to do.
I'm gonna chime in as the community manager and taking care of my CGL community. We have been on for almost 2 hours, so I want to kind of check in on how everyone is doing and when you guys want to wrap, so that
I will in fact be pulling out myself. I need to actually go eat dinner.
Okay, so
as a last thing, since it was asked for and it took me a while to figure out how to make it all work. But the Alpha Strike Retaliation pack was just added to add-ons. So anyone that wants to go get those, run and go get those. But I will be pulling out. This has been just amazing. I was not, this was such at the last minute that we dove into this. Rim dragged us in kicking and screaming. which is fantastic. And this has been just so amazing. Thank you so much for being a part of this, absolutely record-breaking event that we're doing here.
In 2 hours hanging out with you guys, we had over 500 viewers. The Kickstarter went up by over $30,000. And
super
so
awesome.
Thank you guys for your support, and I really
thank
appreciate
you so much. So I am out of here. I will see you on that Saturday AMA. Thank you all.
Bye, Randall.
Thanks, Randall.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Is everyone else doing okay? Do you want to do another 30
I'm
minutes?
good.
Or do
Yeah.
you wanna...
We'll do another half hour.
Half hour? Okay.
Well, luckily, the next question is underneath John's purview here. So John McCarrion has asked, I would like to know if the book Sun Tzu's Art of War that is translated by Jamie Wolf later to be able to order solo at the moment is the bonus of the company level and higher.
I saw that question, so Talon, thank you for asking. Yes, it will be available. It'll be available as an add-on pledge here as well, but eventually it will be for sale outside of the Kickstarter as well, including we've been talking about trying to get the super smexy leather-bound edition, but that's going to take time because those are printed overseas. There will be a hard edition of it eventually, but that's going to take some time. If you want it quickly, I would suggest getting the ebook that will be coming out. So there you go. But yes, short answer, it will be available outside the Kickstarter eventually. That's what I can tell you. Also, awesome. I'm going to do a double play real quick. People are asking about the cookbook. We are going to do the cookbook regardless of whether we get the stretch goal, but it'd be great to get the stretch goal anyways. But the cookbook's going to happen regardless. I'll tell you that right now.
It's just too fun. It's just too funny of a concept.
Well, it was a great idea actually in play, and the fans expanded on it even more so. That was like, how can we not do that? I mean, come on, a mackey and cheese, just the recipes, Wolf's Rangoons. Come on, how can we not do that? Exactly.
So yeah, the encounters pack. Any chance we could see something like this?
For encounters, there was a live stream actual play.
Not encounters, counters.
Oh, sorry.
I'd love to see dropships in a counter pack. That would require us to also have a counter pack, which we have talked about before, but we are, Ray, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think we're doing anything on currently. It will not be available for our Kickstarter, at least.
Talon, I answer the questions I want to answer.
I know we talked about some sort of counters, but I don't know about dropship.
Yeah. I know that the counters hasn't gone too far yet, so... Mainly because getting everyone to agree on what counter should go into a pack is painful.
Yep. I mean, it's, again, no confirmed stuff. We had the discussion, at least among me, Ray, Randall, is infantry, because you guys really want infantry, but they're so tiny. They'd be little plastic blobs with no detail, and we thought maybe we could do those as counters. But that's not confirming a product.
Any change the vehicles in the Mercenaries box making it... Oh, it must be mean any chance the vehicles in the Mercenaries box making it into a force pack? No.
Well, they said Retaliation pack, that's there.
Oh, yeah, Retaliation pack, which is, I guess technically yes, but kinda.
You're going to have to buy 8 mechs along with them.
Yeah.
If you want more details of what might be coming in the future... Randall will be back here on Saturday at 11 a.m. Pacific. So tune in and ask Randall again then.
Yeah, Randall would be more aware of what he's choosing to put in which pack.
Yeah.
Can we? Dante Abbey says, can we get more light mech and medium mech biased force packs? I don't see anything wrong with that. I think actually some of our packs are medium based, aren't they, Ray? Anthony?
Yes, they are.
Yeah. There are, but they're a rarity. I think some people wish they could bulk up for, like, company and battalion size forces.
Oh, yeah, it would make sense. Okay.
But it's a tricky thing because, like I said, that dilute word would be just reselling the same mechs in different packs. But I sympathize with something with the Waft Stinger, Phoenix Hawk, and some other fourth mech in there, just so people can bulk out.
Yeah.
So, what we do? I know that a lot of times, a lot of the mech force pack choices come down to kind of what makes sense. I think you guys originally started during the clan invasion, wasn't it? Actual lance, like designated. Am I remembering that correctly?
What's the question?
Like how we actually made why we chose which mechs went into which last lance pack and which force pack.
Yeah, it's a pretty involved process, but essentially those forces, those named forces, are built using the force creation rules in campaign operations and Alpha Strike Commander's Edition. So, the Inner Sphere Heavy Battle Lance could be used out of the box exactly like that if you're using those optional rules.
There we go. Will we get a Periphery box set? Michael S.
What? Frankenmechs?
I don't think so.
Rocket launcher mechs.
If we get around to factional themed products, then yes.
Oh, hey, there you go. Actually,
I love the Periphery myself. It was more of a joke than anything. That would be kind of cool if we got to that point. Oh yeah. Chainsaw.
And actually, Michael just asked that again, so that's actually really funny that we happened to get to his question right as he re-asked it.
Yep.
Jeffrey Dunn asks, are the Legion packs available as your pledge pack picks or only as an add-on?
The legend ones?
I think that must mean legends. It said Legons.
I'm sure that was legends. Yeah.
Yeah, it must be legends. Are the legends packs available as your pledge pack picks?
That's a good question. That would be another Randall one, I would say.
Yeah, that one's gonna be unfortunately random. My brain had the tickling spider senses that say yes, but I'm only like 40% sure, so I'm not gonna actually
bring that question to Saturday's stream.
Yeah, Saturday.
Yeah. Jeffrey, if you happen to be here for the Saturday stream, please re-ask that question again. Lauren or Randall will be more than happy to answer that one. I do apologize, as I do not know much about the Legends packs specifically.
Yeah, they're different sizes and they're big.
Yeah. Canner Hatchie comes back with another question of, I don't know what your relation. Oh no, he asked that earlier. Excuse me. It must have been a double copy. Mechanic, clarification for force pack selection. Do battlefield support packs qualify for the extra salvage box, or only Inner Sphere lances or snords or urban mech packs considered Inner Sphere? I do not believe snords or urban mech packs are considered Inner Sphere. Do the battlefield support packs qualify for the extra salvage box? I don't believe so. Does anyone else know?
Battlefield support probably wouldn't, because those are big.
Because they're 6 to a
only the Inner Sphere force packs, then the clan and the battlefield support don't.
Yeah, it's only the ones with 4 mechs in them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only force packs that have 4 mechs inside of them get the bonus salvage box. I believe that is actually the same thing that we ran during the Clan Invasion Kickstarter, to make sure that for those, when you grabbed an Inner Sphere box and you fought it against a clan box, you each had 5 mechs, which is why we offered the extra salvage box for those force packs. So hopefully that answers your question, Mechanic. Needful Things asks the Callous Crew, I know custom characters are off the table forever, but can we do custom merc units added in for this Kickstarter?
No.
As Ray rapidly shakes his head, no. My 420th regulars needs to be canon.
It's been brought up, it's been discussed. It's all the way going back to the last Kickstarter. But the answer is no.
And that was done in the past in a much more responsible, controlled manner. And Catalyst did it and probably doesn't want to do it again.
No.
True. Yeah, we did something similar for the second Succession War product.
Yeah, we've had a couple of AMAs now that have talked about, the canon characters, or it's just canon universe, bringing people into the canon universe in general, and why. When people ask us what it was some of our biggest mistakes from the Clan Invasion Kickstarter, time and time again, the canon, the way that we issued canon characters and stuff like that, what has been our biggest growing pain, as we learned how much data you guys could possibly create, because that data is still just a huge treasure trove that needs a true data analyst to go in and actually like organize for us, because it's still to this day, 4 years later, massive. It is huge. So Ray shaking his head no. Maybe in the future. It does get talked about occasionally, but until we decide that we have paid for our transgressions, we'll see. Jamie Nori asks, any chance of getting a pack of hex bases as a add-on?
I keep telling the Catalyst we need to make that because I would use them as well.
Yeah, it's just something that we got to get Lauren and Randall on board with. So they're it's been talked about multiple times. It's actually brought up by a huge chunk of you. So every single time someone asks, it's a quarter that we get to put in Lauren's jar of when do we get hex bases.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you for bringing that up. We will someday have hex bases that we can just give to people.
Yeah.
Or buy as a little pack. Zombie Machine again asks, could your store be organized by eras so it's easier to find source books and lore books set in for those time frames? It could be. It's just extremely hard. With the store revamp, we have learned a lot of things over the last couple of years as the store our online store continues to do better and better, and we get to see you guys collect and buy new product as we release them. And of course, a lot of our exclusive things like the plushies will be on there soon and stuff like that. Along with other dice and the patches and lapel pins from newer stuff eventually. And I can see why people really, really want things to be organized by eras. On the back end, it's extremely difficult currently, only because it's still a system that we are learning secondhand from the group that does designs on our website. And so we will eventually have the ability to organize things better. Because as we add more and more of our catalog on there, there's obviously issues with going to the BattleTech page and seeing just a big wall of stuff and only being able to organize by just the word source book. And we recognize that, and we're working on a way to get subcategories past that first filter. So it is part of our discussions to continue updating that back end of the web store. Thunderhead Studios asks, any news on BattleTech Command that we saw teased a while back? I'm actually not familiar with BattleTech Command. Ray, was there anything else teased about that?
It's still in development. That's about all I know. I couldn't tell you at what stage or how soon we could expect anything, but it's still in development.
Perfect. Jeremy Voigt asks, where can we get access to the Battlefield support playtest rules? I can't find it in the Google Drive. Should go to update 2 or update 7. Yeah. Double check the link because it should be there. If it's somehow magically not in update 2, please go check update 7. And some of our wonderful backers said that it should be in the number 7 for the link as well. So if you can't find it in 2, find it in 7. If you can't find it there, then please make sure to write it in one of the the newer update posts so our group can see it, find it, tag it, and fix that issue. Michael S. again asks, any chance of getting a BPL Van Zant challenge coin /swag? I don't actually know.
No.
That's Tex and Black Pants Legion.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I'm
going to say not at this time.
We're working on a lot of swag. It's not one of them. Currently.
Now Ray, I think it was Tex himself, asked if we could do a TRO, Van Zant TRO. I don't know. Just get TRO. That's what he said. I don't know. I mean, I think he might have made Spotlight on. I'm not really sure. So I will, next time I'm talking to Tex, I will ask him which he actually meant.
Awesome.
Everyone is like that.
Okay. Foxy asks, seeing the success of this and how starved we are for Mex, do you guys have even bigger plans for the future now? I think after this Kickstarter, I think a majority of us are going to go crawl in a hole and cry for a while, and then slowly work our way back out of it again. But just like the clan invasion, this Kickstarter will keep us working with all of the additional product for quite a while.
Yeah, the plans never end. There's
the plans never quite end. It's not that we do the Kickstarter and that's all of our ideas blown. There are many things that we already know that will not make it to this. Not that I'm gonna spoil them because I don't know what we can and can't talk about right now with Ray, Lauren, and Randall, or with Lauren and Randall and Ray being here and what he wants to talk about. But there are plenty of things that are in the pipeline that will never make it for the Kickstarter that are going to come out, even months after the Kickstarter is done. And people are going to be like, well, why didn't they get in the Kickstarter? Well, even though it was only 1 month past the Kickstarter of its release, it would have delayed the Kickstarter by 3 months just to have it out. Because of the way that we can simultaneously do the products along with the Kickstarter's printings. So it's not quite that, like Anthony said, that it never stops or it's in giant waves. It's just that we know that for these Kickstarters, there are cool big bundle things that we can do that we wouldn't normally be able to do outside of it. And that's what allows us to test the battleground for the hype and the coolness behind things like vehicles. Because we could be doing more mechs and more mechs, without the Kickstarter, but we didn't know how well vehicles would do, right? And you guys have shown so much love for that, and the Mercenaries, it's just amazing.
So I could give you an answer from another angle. I've got a schedule here that goes all the way to December 2026. So we definitely have plans within plans and plans far out.
That's a really good number there, Ray.
Yeah. And this, changes as we go, but we definitely have plans for the future. Now, what I would love is whenever we crawl out of our holes and start talking about another Kickstarter, is that we do something themed to what's on my schedule instead of some theme that then destroys my schedule.
Yep.
You mean not have two BattleTech lines?
What a wonderful change of pace that would be.
Yep. And Ray's got that planner. I've got never less than a year of miniatures plans, if not 2 plans of what Catalyst wants out of me and my team. So you guys have all these cool ideas. We have thought of most of those ideas. It's that thing of now almost everything's viable as a product. It's which is the most important product.
By the way, Rem, this video will be posted on our website so people can go back. There's questions are being asked that were answered previously, so fans can go back and check those out.
So this video
on YouTube now, so it will be here, and we'll continue to promote it.
Yeah. Okay. Once this is all over, it should save into our main video line. Rem, double check afterwards that this is also saved into our AMA playlist, because we do have an AMA playlist as well. So that way, if you happen to find it, you can go to our playlist on YouTube and rewatch it.
I think I saved it under the playlist for Mercenaries.
Okay, that works too.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to go back and watch it no matter what to find all the earlier questions that we answered. If you happen to be there, and I know people from Ireland were Ireland was here. Storm Wolf. I don't know if he's still around. I saw him a little bit ago, but yeah, he's up at 4 a.m. in the morning right now just to be here and say hi and play with us. So. So Gray Jedi asks, will the BattleTech lore books be available for separate purchases or only via Kickstarter? A lore book maybe within Eldonius art and an entry of Professor Text would be amazing. Ray?
What does he mean, the lore book? Does he mean the universe book?
I think that's what they're referring to. Yeah.
Actually, the universe book the universe book is not directly tied to the Kickstarter. It will be released separately, but it is available in the Kickstarter, and the limited edition I think is coming out in the Kickstarter. I don't know if it's exclusive or not, but the limited edition is Kickstarter. And then he said, what was it by Eldonius?
Eldonius art and an entry of Professor Text. Or maybe with Eldonius art and an entry of Professor Text.
Eldonius Eldon?
Eldon. Yeah,
Eldon.
Yeah. It's probably too late for that, but we'll see. We'll see. Professor Text elsewhere.
BattleTech's audio entry, like the little disc that used to come in a book. You'd play on
Yeah.
Oh,
Throw that by Randall. Throw that by Randall.
You
For
find
the,
a disc for you too.
Mini disc.
John Pozniak asks, Markham's Marauders Force Pack, question mark?
Markham's Marauders?
Markham's Marauders.
Do you even BattleTech, Talon?
I can't pronounce stuff for
think he
pronounce stuff in my real life.
I'm thinking he actually means Miller's Marauders. And
yeah.
it'll be a pack of 4 Marauders. I'll talk to Randall.
I mean, it clearly says Markham's. I don't know.
Markham's Marauders. Then maybe that's.
I think that was the unit.
Markham's.
Yeah, that actually sounds familiar. Yeah.
Ray gives a puzzling answer.
Mercenary unit, Third Succession War. Yeah, they're a unit. Independent Mercenary Command.
Was the
Thank you,
Sarda in the Harebrained Schemes BattleTech game?
Touch points of the Arano Restoration Campaign, etc. I gotcha.
No.
Then
the
answer is no. HPG has no, I believe, has no canon. Correct me if I'm wrong, Ray. I believe has no canonization in our universe, other than the short story that we did for them during.
That's a source book.
Was that Aaron?
Yeah, a source book.
As a source book, okay.
Yeah, we did it. We did it as a special, as a merge between kind of us and them. So there's a source book. Yeah, there's stuff in there.
That's the only,
and possibly some more, but who knows?
Yeah, maybe.
I know there was talks of bringing the video game rights back into the fold. Any thoughts on maybe buying the tabletop universe rights from Topps outright to start with? Since Lauren and Randall are not here, it should be a question they can ask next Saturday. The short answer is it's always talked about internally, and it's always brought up every couple of years, especially with these Kickstarters being so successful. But if you want a clear or a more clarified answer, then it would be definitely one that Lauren or Randall would be better equipped to answer. The short answer is we always talk about it. The long answer, if you want like a more in-depth version, would be a Lauren or Randall one.
It's very complicated.
Yeah, it's super complicated.
And I'm serious. I'm not even being sarcastic. It's a complicated rights issue.
There's a reason why Lauren is the only one who does all of our contract work, for good reason, because it absolutely is just the amount of hours he has to spend on one contract is mind-boggling sometimes.
Whenever the question comes up, it's under the assumption that the owners are willing to sell.
Or for sale. Yes, exactly.
Yep.
So keep that in mind.
Once we'd love to just plunk some money down, it doesn't quite work that way.
And we're currently not even. It's not even about Topps at this point either. Again, more stuff for Lauren Randall, but just like they said, it's about whether they're willing to sell and whether or not they actually know we exist. Because Topps doesn't quite. He's not the only fish in the sea in this one.
Yeah.
Foulhand asked, was the number of minis in the Objective Force packs reduced after the Kickstarter? We actually answered this one earlier. I must have just grabbed that as a duplicate when he asked it again. Board Game Captain, any chance of a single PDF for all the record sheets from Ilk Clan rec guides? Ray, Aaron?
A single PDF, either a single PDF or a dual volume.
Yeah,
we're not sure.
Yeah, he says single PDF, but both of those answers work. So single PDF or dual volume potentially.
Yeah,
probably
definitely
not in time for the Kickstarter backer kit stuff, right, Ray?
Oh, I don't know if that would be something for the Kickstarter.
I figured.
Because Ray, the plan is we already have Tier O classics, and then it'll be one other Tier O that does all the Ill Clan era stuff. So it's
Correct.
2 books to get all the rec guides physical. So, like you said, it might follow that there would be 2 record sheet PDFs to go with those.
Right.
Crazy Slain asks, is there an update on reissue of the BattleTech Time of War RPG book hardcover? It's the only book I missed out of all the core hardcover books. Actually, I believe we just did a reprint of that.
We did.
It's stock.
And it's gone back for another printing, I believe.
Another print again. So we
actually thank you, everyone.
reprint. We lost you, John.
I can say funny story with that. My local store accidentally bought an enormous amount of Time of War books, not knowing what they were. But they have been able to slowly sell them down. But yeah. I now help advise them on their inventory purchases.
John, you cut out with what you were trying to say. We heard thank you.
Yeah, you died.
Oh, I said thanks everyone for buying those books and putting them back into reprint, because that means they're selling.
Oh yeah,
so it's awesome. Yep.
So Atlas, as I see multiple different answers to this, does the objectives vehicle pack have 2 of everything or just 1? It's 2.
Objectives
right?
is
no,
one.
The objectives is 1 of everything. That's the one that's there's some confusion.
Right. Yeah. Any chance of seeing some clan vehicles?
Not in this Kickstarter.
Not in this Kickstarter, for sure. And not in the backer kit either.
I say eventually yes, though. It makes sense that we would.
What's the chance of a limited backer tier for a set of the premium miniatures, such as a set of 6 premiums for $100? Gives MFC a year to fill and allows those to buy them when shipped.
We answered premium earlier.
We answered this earlier. It basically came down to logistics. That it's just logistically not impossible, but logistically challenging to offer the premium minis in the Kickstarter. And we will always choose not to delay the Kickstarter by offering a 6-piece pack. That even though it'd be super cool to do something like that. Even if it wasn't, like, even if we just set like these 6 mechs are the ones that you get, these are the 6 for 100, it would delay. It could delay the Kickstarter half a year, and we're not willing to do that. Along with it being just even singles of ones we already done would be logistically hard.
Yeah, I think that's why they brought it up as like limited pledge. You start to see the hoops we have to jump through because resin can't be made or the Cyocast can't be made on the order of magnitude that our plastic can be made. So you have to be really careful about promising a small company to supply the whole world with castings.
Yeah.
Yep.
We are 4 minutes away from the 2.5 hour mark, checking in on everyone again.
Yep, I actually was going to probably call this pretty soon here with just a couple more questions, because it is 11 o'clock for those of you on the East Coast here, like Ray and
midnight.
After midnight. Yeah.
Midnight for them. So I think actually just saying goodnights and would be a perfect time to actually, you know what? We have 5 more questions that I had before I stopped taking them a while ago for a 2.5 hour marker. We get to those last 5 and call it a night.
Sure, and we've got some news to wrap with too. So let's rapid fire them.
Shinkarini, any plans for the official BattleTech app? Yes, we are still working on the BattleTech app. Plans on what we're going to do with it, can't say yet. We're still working with the company to get that up to where we want it to be, because it's still not quite where we want it to be yet. The Dutchman, any chance we can get Clan Elementals Alpha Strike cards, possibly in an Alpha Strike card pack with different elemental variants or infantry in general?
It's possible.
Possible?
Possible.
It is possible. Storming Wolf, if you happen to still be around, I still remember you because of your name. It's so unique. I love it. Any plans for plastic terrain for Alpha Strike in the future? Feel like this would have been more like a Randall question or even Brent question if you happen to be on.
Yeah, we are looking into it. Plastic, however, that's not quite on the list. But we are looking into different things. Yeah.
Definitely a future idea, definitely internal talking of it, just nothing concrete just yet. So I know there's been a couple of you who have been asking about terrain, not just for Alpha Strike, but just in general. We have been talking about terrain again recently, but we don't have anything official yet to really announce about it or products at all yet. And for those of you who did see our live stream during the 6 Sides of Gaming, the buildings that you saw there were 3D printed by those of us here. I think either Anthony or Randall, the one who gets 3D. I know Randall has the 3D printer, but
probably Randall, not me.
Probably Randall 3D printed those out just for the show to show off how cool they were, and that we have been delving into some more terrain-based ideas. To leave it at that. Wilson asks, any chance of future Alpha Strike house books? Mercs, Karita were amazing.
Yeah, those books are being repurposed into the Force manuals. And the first one we're going to see out of that series is the House Davian Force Manual. And then we will have revamped, retooled Mercenaries and Karita again before continuing on the line. But yeah, you will see those back as Force manuals instead of combat manuals. And they'll be good not only for Alpha Strike, but for the standard Total Warfare game.
There you go. Well, and the last one that I'm going to take that we have before I stopped taking them was Patton 3333. Would you consider salvage boxes by weight class? Probably not. I imagine salvage boxes, Ray or Aaron, you can correct me if I'm wrong, will go to the path of we have the mercenary salvage boxes, which will, I assume, just have just the mercenary stuff in them. And then just like the Clan Invasion, they will all eventually roll into one big salvage box pack, like we did when we had the 13 originals into the big that we rolled into the big clan one.
Right.
So eventually we'll move from the L Clan's 92 or the Fort 23 salvage boxes that we used to have to rolled into the 92 salvage boxes, and then it'll eventually roll into 150 something based off of all the new mechs that I don't actually know how many mechs we've added officially in this Kickstarter, but all those mechs will roll into one big super salvage box to allow you guys to have the really awesomeness that we've been seeing where people pull random mechs to do drafts or for
that's why
the luck of the draw on their favorite mechs and other stuff like that. So the Merc, but we knew that with how popular the salvage boxes is that that they need to start with having their own mercenary roll chances because everyone wants mercenary stuff. So I can't imagine us not seeing us roll those eventually into the big pool that we already have out there and just update the pool with the mercenary stuff in it. So that way it could be even more fun for those who have been really enjoying the salvage packs and what they bring to your BattleTech game. And that was it. That was my last one that I wrote down before I stopped at the 2-hour mark.
Awesome. All right.
So
well,
thank you guys so much for coming. We really appreciate the support just for the random live stream that we just did. Again, like Rem said, we had 480, almost 500.
Yep.
We were over 500 for about a half hour. We were over 500 people.
Yeah, over 500.
509.
Over 500. Some amazing questions. We actually made Lauren and Randall do some work right on live stream. So that was.
I told them that they have to stream every day now because shit gets done.
So, but
right.
In the end, and then we also hit over the 5 million mark while we're here. We're actually at 5,015,000. So we actually have overshot by 40,000 now.
We
had 40,000 while we were streaming.
We raised 35,000.
35,000. So you guys, thank you so much.
And again, for those who just signed in or just caught the end of it, go back. This will be up on our channel, our YouTube channel, so you can go back and watch and see what your question might have been answered earlier. So
the other
go back
thing
and check out the video.
I'll let you know is tomorrow I will be on Gen Con TV with Randall at 7 p.m. Eastern. So that's twitch.tv/GenConTV. We'll be talking about the Kickstarter and BattleTech. And then on Saturday, we will be back here on YouTube with Talon, me, Lauren, and Randall for another AMA at 11 a.m. Pacific time. So 2 more chances to see us this week and interact and talk. And yeah. Anything else I missed?
Nope. I think that was the thing. Why don't you, while we're doing the closeouts, why don't you get the channel link in the chat window?
Sure. The channel to
just type in the twitch.tv / actually I link your thing. Like again, guys, thank you so much. Like this, the Kickstarter, these AMAs, the videos, the likes, the views, this all happens because of you guys. Our love and our appreciation of this game world happens because you guys love it just as much as we do. And to see you guys show up randomly or just in general time and time again has been super humbling, and it has been amazing to see the support that you guys bring to this universe in general. So let's you guys sign off real quick. But from me, thank you guys, and have a wonderful night. And we will see you guys on Saturday for those who will. So make sure you subscribe, hit the notifications and the bell icon to make sure that you get notified when we post that video, this video when it finishes rendering, and when our Saturday morning stuff begins. Everyone else, final thoughts?
Thanks, everybody. Good night.
Yeah, thanks for all the support, everyone.
Thanks,
Good night,
everybody.
everybody.